Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast here. As you guys can see, I'm holding my Pixel 4 in hand because I'm actually live on the gram at the same time. So, what's up? What's going on? So, we got Chanel 808 Hawaii Live. Lawrence, you're still up? Bro, I was thinking you were going to be asleep. So, hold on, let me flip this camera around on my phone. So that way those people on the gram can see. Yep, people are in. Gene G Tech, what is up? How's it going? So we got some things to talk about here. I'm waiting till the crowd gathers and ending the live stream on the gram. And I am going to share it to IGTV so there's a replay of it. But anyways, I'll put that info in. So today, yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about Google, the head of G Suite, still wanting to kill Google Duo in favor of Meet, which I think is a BS move. So we're talking about that today. We're also talking about how much data that you actually use, okay? And I know that my fellow geeks out there are gonna give like insanely high numbers, but we're gonna think consumer-wise. So hey, good morning, babe. I know you were late to work. Glad to see you in here, and I love you. Kimon, what's going on? Hey, I was just live on the gram. I think I'm going to be doing that. So I'll be going live on Instagram about maybe 10 minutes before the podcast starts. So, yeah, those that are close are already pretty much connected on the gram. And this gram channel is actually specific, for like the benefits of membership. So, but there are people in there who have been in there before that was all set up, and I'm not going to remove them off the gram because of that. So, let's see. Yes, I can see you now. I can see you now. And you are a member. She's got that member badge. I got to come up with custom member badges so that way they look nicer than just these things right here. But my wife is a member. She's joined. Oscar, good morning. We got a doozy here. We got a couple of things to talk about. Also, be talking about how Android 11 has been on my Pixel devices, mainly the Pixel 3a, because I had a few hiccups with the full update to Android 11. I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, just pretty much lay it out there for everybody who's like really kind of going to the chat forums, because I like to peruse the Google chat forums, and they're basically just complaining about Android 11. It's not a major software update, and hey, they did not change the UI. But maybe, and I have a speculation, but maybe this plays into Project Fuchsia. So I'm gonna get all into that once the crowd starts building up. So yeah, let me talk about the first thing here. So I'm gonna kind of go into let's choose, which one do you want to hear first? Okay, so out of the three, so Meets versus Duo, Android 11 update to Pixel 3a, right? Or how much data you use / Mint Mobile's new unlimited plan. Which one do you guys want to hear first? And then we'll just kick that off and start off with. Go ahead and chime in your vote. I'm gonna let you guys vote to see which one I start off with today. And while I'm waiting for those votes, I will enjoy a nice beverage of green tea. This is the nectar of life. I love green tea. I'm actually going to take Josh Vergara's idea because, he's also type 2 diabetic, and he relies on tea to help with his body and everything like that. So I'm actually reaching out to him to see, like, which tea does he prefer that I sip on that will help lower my blood sugar and stuff like that. So pretty cool. I'm just kind of like sad because Josh Vergara said that he was going to start doing videos about talking about, how to deal with type 2 diabetes on his YouTube channel, but he's never made videos about that. It's all been tech. So help out with the like button, please. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Kimon wants to talk about Google Duo. Okay. We got Red Rum who wants to talk about Android 11 3a. Do I need to use the Duo app? Well, I mean, for Android users and video calling, yeah. And you know what? iPhones have it. They have it. Caleb, what's up, man? How's it going? Was I calling you? No, babe. I wasn't calling you. What I did was I created a group. So we'll start off with Duo. We'll get into to the Pixel 3a. So just hang in there, Red Rum. We're gonna get into it. I'm not gonna make this podcast long, maybe about an hour long. So just bear with me on that. Okay, so I gotta put up my little thing right here, and yeah, because I am firmly in disagreement with the head of G Suite. So it's been no secret that the head of G Suites I forgot his name because I don't care to remember his stupid name. But he's been trying to push Google execs to pretty much to be rid of Google Duo in favor of Meets, and then he wants to move all those um all those features from Duo over to Google Meets, which I think is a stupid thing. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. If it didn't ring, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to have it ring. But so here's the thing, okay? So Duo pretty much upped its participants in a video call. You can have 32 people in a video call. You can have 32 people in a group, and you can send video messages out to 32 people, which I think is a very nifty tool. You know what I mean? Because like, let's say like I have Oscar, I have Kimon, I have Lawrence, I have Sneed, Carlos, and Red Rum. I have you guys in the group, right? And then if I want to do a podcast, so you guys don't have to wait for YouTube's notifications, I can send out a video message to you guys through Duo and just say, hey, I'm about to go on a podcast here in about the next 10 minutes. And that way you guys, know that I'm going to go live and you guys can be here and not miss, like the first, like the first segment. Because that's what really irks the hell out of me out of YouTube. The notifications are so broken that like when I go into topics of discussion, some people come in like way later. Like Lawrence hit me up on Twitter and said DM him on Twitter because he didn't get the notification. He missed one of my live streams. And I know Lawrence likes to come in and chat, which I'm going to invite him if he's down to come in. I'm going to send him an invite here in a little while where we do the open discussion and talk. I want to get through these news things real quick. So for me, I feel like that they're implementing all these good features into Google Duo. What is the point of actually killing Duo in favor of Meets? And honestly, Meets is basically located in Gmail. So if you open your Gmail app, you'll see that there'll be like a toggle at the bottom. This is for Android. I haven't checked it in iOS. I haven't put my Gmail app on my iPhone. I barely use my iPhone anymore. 32 people. Yes. That's Let's see. I tried to join. I'll send you out a DM here a DM here in a little bit. Let's see, 32 people. That's dope. Yeah, it is dope. It's dope to do that. I mean, 32 people. That's quite a bit of people. You know what I mean? So, with Duo, basically, sitting in limbo right now because I don't know where Google's gonna go with this. Google tends to make stupid decisions at times, and it's just like, like, don't do it. Like, don't do it. People know what Google Duo is, right? So, like on the Android side, Duo would be the equivalent of what FaceTime is on iOS. Okay, they're not exactly the same, they're not identical, but it is. It works seamlessly smooth. And the best thing about Duo that I like is that I've tested it out. Okay, I've tested it out on T-Mobile's network. All right, that's speaking volumes. I'm still able to make a video call, and the video call does not hang or freeze or anything like that. So even with the low amount of connection and data, it can still keep the call quality to a point where it's visible and the audio is it's clear, which is something that I like about it. So Google Meets is free, LOL. I can see why Google wants to get it down to one unified video platform for both consumers and G Suite business customers. Kill Meets. Kill Meets and just freaking have it Duo all the way. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I get it. They want to unify things. They want to simplify things. Finally caught you live. Love your knowledge and information you provide. 100%. Keep it up, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's amazing. I'm glad to have you here with us. Google Meet is more secure due to encrypted meeting codes. LOL. I mean, so I get what you're saying. So they have double the ideas. And honestly, like to me personally, I feel like just keep them separated, right? Like that song, you got to keep them separated. Keep them separated. Meets for G Suites. Why not? I mean, unifying something, it is beneficial, but at times it's not. I feel like this is one of those things where they don't need to, because you look at the feedback from a lot of consumers, right? Like you, Caleb, know what Meets can do. You know all the ins and outs of it. Like you just said, it has encryption on it to protect. Basically, those who don't know what encryption is, it's to protect the connection between two distant points. So, you know that, and you know that Meets has that ability. Duo, on the sense, a lot of people know. So it's kind of like being force fed something. You know what I mean? A lot of people already know what Duo is, and by doing this, is another reason why people are going to lose faith in Google services. It's just too much. Just let it be. I'm not saying that they should just kill, Google Meets. I'm not saying that. I say it as joking around because they want to take away Duo. Uh, no, keep them both and just leave them separated. Meets for business, Duo for consumer. Why not? Why do they absolutely have to unify both? There's no need to. All they're really gonna do by doing this is just give other people a reason to say, I'm not gonna try this from Google because they're gonna kill it in months. But let's say like they did merge it all together into Google Meets, right? So now Google Meets is actually the way to video chat with everybody else. But how long will that last before they decide to do some sort of craziness out of it? I don't think Google Meets. I'm going to iOS. I was just getting used to Duo. Okay. I mean, look at the bright side. At least they'll keep Google Voice. Yeah. Yeah, they both have their place. I mean, honestly, they both can coexist. Big John Tech Reviews. Good afternoon to you. Hey, what's up, man? Good afternoon to you too, sir. Thank you for coming in. We love having you here. We appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us. We got some doozies to talk about. Right now, we're talking about Google Meets and Google Duo and how the G Suite's team lead wants to go ahead and just eradicate Duo and move all its features over to Google Meets. I feel that that's a bad idea. I feel like they've killed off too many services. Like, even when you think about it, right? They've already taken away access to Google Plus. I know that the whole world didn't use Google Plus. Just a lot of, I guess you would say, serious and those into photography, those into the gaming, those into tech were mostly using Google Plus. And it was a great platform. For me, it was my haven for social media. As a matter of fact, and my wife can probably vouch for this, I was regularly using Google Plus. I rarely used Facebook. I rarely used Twitter. I didn't start getting active on Twitter and other places until Google Plus was killed. That was the thing. I liked using it, and they took it away. They took it away because, one, they were lazy on maintaining it, so there were so many dead accounts on Google Plus that it would take eons for them to freaking scrub it because they weren't managing it. That's the problem that I get with Google, and I get pissed off with Google about, is the laziness and the lack of effort. You build something cool, you build something nice, you want to compete against other services out there, but then you're like, oh, well, we'll just sit by and just let it go, and then what happens? You let it go, and then it goes to crap. Yeah, not a good idea to me either. Google Plus was fantastic. It was. And the reason why it was fantastic for me was because it was a place where there wasn't a lot of bullshit. Okay? I said it. Penalty strike from YouTube. Bad boy, you said a bad word. But it is. It was a safe haven. We didn't have all that stupidness and here, click on this, play now, and see who you would have been in Hollywood. Like, I don't want to see who I would have been in Hollywood. Why? So I can feel more depressed about my life that I'm not a millionaire? Come on. Or what Disney character are you? The only one that I actually played on Facebook that was cool was, which Star Wars character you were. And I was Darth Vader, and I was happy. And I screenshotted that, and then I never played it again. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? They killed off Google Plus. Google Plus had a lawsuit, and it's to make a claim? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. So either way, when you think about it, Lawrence, they never really killed Google Plus, right? They killed access to it from consumers. Google Plus is now called Currents, and it's for business people. They totally revamped everything on it. And Google can still create a social platform. They still can, if they wanted to. Sure, they can't call it Google Plus, which is stupid for them to fucking kill it because that was a pretty dope name. But they could do something else. I mean, they say like, oh, you still have social media type access with your Google account specifically. That's stupid. Who really goes into their Google account every day? Like, who goes in there to manage their name, their birth date, and all this other stuff? And who the hell is going to go in there to freaking check for message for like comments and stuff like that? Nobody. Because it's the actual Google your Google account does not feel like a social platform claim. Yeah, I figure you meant that. Remember, Google Allo replaced. Yeah, I liked Allo. Believe it or not, people are probably gonna laugh at me. When they launched Allo and Duo, I was for it. I was using it. That's why my wife gets irritated with me, is because every time I try a new service, I'm like, babe, download this app, start using it. Like, I use it with her. So she had Allo. We were messing each other through it, and we actually liked it. We liked the way the service was with Allo. We had no problems with it. Sure, one of the things I did want, which I was like kind of sketchy about them doing, was having them give carrier SMS support, because I really thought that it would have looked great. Like that would have been it for like, chat messaging, because a lot of people didn't like Hangouts. They didn't like the feel of it, the color of it, and all this other stuff. They complained. So this is why I will not buy games on Stadia. Google may kill it. You know what? I don't really buy games on Stadia. I get with the pro version, I just get all the free games that they give to the pro members. So all those games I have on Stadia, all those were given to me. I didn't purchase them. I will wait to see where Stadia goes. But Allo to me was it was fantastic. I really miss using it. Just like honestly, I really miss using Google Plus. But there's no alternative. Like everyone else is like kind of going to what MeWe or WeMe or whatever that thing's called, and that thing's actually a nice cool social platform. But it costs for every little thing you want to do. Like if you want to video call one of your friends on that social site, you gotta start paying like I think it's like $1.99 a month subscription to be able to do that. And it's like there's too much things that they charge for, because obviously it's a crowd-funded social media app. Your money is what helps them maintain everything. So I'm just like, this is pointless. I don't want to pay to use social media. Just let me use it, right? And then Facebook is an alternative, but Facebook is what I got away from with Google Plus. So why am I going to run back to the enemy? I mean, during the days of the Google Plus versus Facebook wars, I was writing for Google Plus, so I was like, destroy Facebook, So, Mr. Zuckerberg has me on his hit list. Like, yeah, I remember that douchebag. He was with Google Plus. Well, now he's on Facebook. Let's start messing with his account. Like, who cares? But yeah, to kill Duo in favor of Meets, that's something that I just feel like, there's no reason to do it. Leave Meets for the business people. Leave Duo for the consumers, because Duo already has a name with the consumers out there. It's already out there with that. I'm just joining you. I have the Pixel 3a, and I think Android 11 has a couple of bugs, but it's pretty good. What about you? Yeah. So let's kind of slide into that. Let's see. Try using Slack. It's the devil. Yeah, I'm on Slack, bro. I'm on Slack. I'm following all the stuff that's going on. I gave my email and got invited in, so I'm there. I see everything that's posted on the thread. Unless there's a different thread that I'm not a part of, then I can't say that. But I can say that I'm the one with everybody else. So I'm trying to give that away. Gene G Tech is in here. Hey everybody. Yeah. So let's go ahead and I stated what I had to say about Google Meets and Duo. Let's go ahead and just jump it into the Pixel 3a Android 11 update. Yes, I did experience a bug. One of the bugs that I experienced as soon as Android 11 was on here was I was trying to fiddle around, because I like customizing my phone to a certain extent. So I was changing like the accent colors for the notification drop down. Like right now it's of that color. I was changing it to green, and I went ahead and grabbed this wallpaper from Chrome, and I tried to apply the wallpaper on, but when I did that and I selected the photo that I wanted to be my wallpaper, the screen went black. You can still see like the top notifications on the top. You can still see that. I tried to do my gesture to swipe back, and it was literally froze. And then all of a sudden, it was like the wallpaper styles, like little thing popped up saying, out of the way or kill the app or whatever. So it was going through some problems. It would not let me choose a wallpaper. So eventually I had to wipe the phone completely and just started from scratch. So I'm going to end up doing that to both the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. I'm just going to wipe all of them and re-sign into everything. Thankful for, backups on Google One. And I could just restore from backup from all those. And since restoring, I was able to select the wallpaper. So now I'm good to go. But I chose this big bright moon with the white wolf. I don't know, just something about this wallpaper just looks pretty dope. Some of the wallpapers that Google has natively in are pretty nice, in my opinion. There's something for everybody, but you can't go and get like your favorite character like Naruto or Trunks, like Future Trunks, or Goku, or any of them, Majin Buu. Can't get into them as a wallpaper because obviously Google doesn't own rights and likenesses to them. But you guys know what I mean. I haven't really experienced any other bugs so far. I'm still playing around with it. So, Tech Rants, do you want to go ahead and tell me what bugs that you may have experienced on there? Just to kind of share with everybody. Let's see. Oh, like the wifey smiles at me. I love her smile. I switched back to my Pixel 2 XL from a OnePlus 7 Pro, and Android 11 is awesome. Didn't the OnePlus 7 Pro get the Android 11 update? Because I know that besides Pixels, I think it was OnePlus. I know Oppo and Xiaomi devices are getting Android 11. Samsung, S20 Ultra and all those, you're gonna have to wait until Samsung says they're putting it out, because they're not of the first. The first is basically Pixels, OnePlus, I believe, Oppo, and Xiaomi, and there's another one, Realme. Hold on, let me just Google this for a second. My typing sucks on the keyboard. All right, let's see. Let's pull up a site. I don't want to watch anyone's videos. Don't suggest me videos. Let's see. Let's try this one. When will my phone get Android 11? Okay, I'll share this with everybody so everyone can see it. Share. Chrome tab. That is one of my favorite things about StreamYard, that I can share things that I see with you guys. Okay, so just double checking here to make sure that everyone can see it. Okay. The Moto devices have to wait for Android 11 too. Boo! Yeah, it's not mentioned here. So as it says right here, the stable version of Android 11 is here. Yeah, we already know that. The update is now live for the Pixels. Select OnePlus devices, Xiaomi, Oppo, and Realme phones will kick off Android 11 this week. So if you have any of those phones, let's see, Baby Yoda up in the house. Okay, we'll stop sharing that. Oh, yeah, bro. Baby Yoda, I gotta show you, man. I had a pop socket with Baby Yoda on it. I found it at the FedEx Kinko place yesterday, and my wife bought it for me. So I plugged it on this case. Then it goes with it, so I can hold my phone, do some live streams on the gram. I do live streams on Instagram. So yeah. See, stable version isn't on OnePlus devices yet, only the beta. Oh man, that sucks. See, yeah, Baby Yoda. Yeah, it's awesome. I like it. So yeah, other, but there have been some cool things that I've enjoyed about, Android 11, and not just on my Pixel 3a, but just on all my devices that it has it. One of the things is the chat bubble thing. I know Facebook had it. People are gonna be like, it's stolen from Facebook. Well, who cares? So yeah, when you get messages now and you want to be able to multitask, you get a little chat bubble up here from Android messages. You tap that open, it opens the full thread of your message. You reply at the bottom, send your message, tap the bubble head, and then it goes back into a small bubble out of sight of your, what you're looking at on your phone. That's actually pretty nice. One of the things I am really excited for, and I've always been excited for, is the native screen recording. It has gotten better. I sent a video sample to my Twitter. So if you're following me on Twitter, you'll find it there. I'll probably upload that to the Instagram, to the gram itself or whatever. And yeah, it'll be up there. So yeah, not entirely, not entirely bad. It hasn't broken any features to my knowledge, but as I am using it and I find anything, you guys know me, I will be quick to tell you guys as soon as possible, whether it's on a live stream or whether it's on the gram. The gram seems more easier for me to just upload short little tidbit videos, or YouTube. That's probably the idea. Let's see. I don't know. Thinking about getting a second phone. It's going to be Android. I don't know which one yet. I already have iOS. Well, I mean, there's great options. You don't necessarily have to go with the Pixel. There are great options out there, at a fairly decent price. Right now, the Pixel 4a is actually the most enticing because $350, and what you're getting out of it, you're getting a hell of a lot of, great Android experience because of the optimization, obviously. And it's only $350. But if you can always go look if it's going to be like a burner device, a backup device. You can always look for something that's used. You can go on places like OfferUp and stuff like that to find what people are selling, because people are going to be selling phones right now. This is the time to search for phones. People are going to be selling phones, and they're going to be selling it at a very, very huge markdown because they're trying to get money saved up so they can buy it. Because next week is the Apple event. And so the iPhone 12 is more than likely going to be announced, and that's kind of funny that they're going to do it. I mean, there's so much people talking about delays and the iPhone this and that, and then all of a sudden, um, suspected suspected scam caller. I'm gonna screen them. I'm gonna waste their time. They're gonna listen to that Google AI. But anyways, what was I saying? Lost train of thought. Thanks a lot, idiot, for ruining my train of thought. I'm ADHD, so everything's running 100 miles an hour, and if someone puts like a speed bump, it's like I forgot which lane I was in. So bad accidents happen. I want to try. I want to try out Android 11, but I don't have an Android phone. I am an Apple fanboy. Do you have any recommendations on a cheap mid-range phone, even if it's a few years old? That is okay too. Something that is okay for you too, that you want to use Android on. Find you a Pixel 2. Okay, by now, this thing has got to go for at least, you probably find it at least for like a good $100, the cheapest $100, maybe about $150. Okay, because like the Pixel 1, that's not getting Android 11, and yeah, it's pretty much they stopped support for it. So yeah, it's I would say that go to Pixel 2, and then that way you'll get Android 11. You get the security patches, but it stops at Android 11. So the Pixel 2 will not get Android 12. That's for sure. If you want to go Android 12, then find the Pixel 3a. It's a solid one. You may find them for like $200, but it's going to get a couple more software supports because it only came out last year. So yeah, Android 11, Android 12, and they'll probably stop at Android 13. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to say I hope not. PS5 is not delayed. Yeah, I don't know too much about the PS5. Like I said, I'm an old school gamer, so like when you're talking about like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, N64, those are my game days. The newer consoles and the newer games I'm not too familiar with. Like I have Google Stadia, which is a virtual console, cloud gaming, and like my friends are like, hey, we're gonna link up this Friday and we're gonna play PUBG, and I'm like, I'm freaking out because I've never played PUBG. So like last night I was trying to learn how to play it, and I'll tell you guys it was bad. It was really bad. That's why I didn't stream it, because I didn't want none of you guys dying of laughter seeing, this 38-year-old geek trying to play PUBG and getting his ass handed to him by a bunch of 12 or 13-year-olds, It was just bad. It was really bad. So I tried playing it because I don't want to be the one that goes in there and plays and I'm like, the one that sucks at the game. The guy who sucks at the game, everyone gives him crap. And like we're going to be on a chat with our headphones and stuff, and I'm just going to hear it from them. And like I used to work with them at Sprint, and they're probably going to look at me and be like, bro, you were like one of the top people that could like, diffuse a situation with an angry customer, and you can't play PUBG. Like, that's really bad. Oh my God. Oh crap. It's really bad. So yeah, as more things come along, I will keep you guys up to date with the Pixel 3a and all my other Pixels with Android 11. But just so far, that wallpaper thing on the Pixel 3a has been the bug. On the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 4, I haven't had really much any issues at all. As a matter of fact, it's actually increased the battery life and it's actually increased performance on my Pixel 2. It makes my Pixel 2 feel like it's brand new out of the box. Could be a placebo effect, but to me, it just feels a lot better. So good on Google with that. Let's see. Still no update for your Pixel 3a. Huh, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I believe there's a way to sideload it. Hit me up with a message on my email. So the link is in the description. It has my email address. Send me an email and I'll send you any information I can find later on regarding that. Maybe we can get you on it. I don't know, kind of like sideload it, because you could sideload beta. So if you can sideload beta, then it should be a way to sideload the full one, but we'll figure it out. Just got to double check a few things because, obviously, you're in India, different markets, so different rules apply when it comes to smartphone technology. So I'll research what I can to help you out. Just give me some time later on, because like my life's pretty hectic. I do this, have my kids, have a lot of things going on, so I'm all over the place. But I'll help you out. I'll see what I can do to help you. All right. How much data do you guys use? let's go into that. How much data do you guys really use? And the reason why I asked this is because Mint Mobile, and let me just bring up their webpage so I can show you guys. Kind of back off. Oh, my kids, they're probably playing Roblox, and they're gonna get mad at each other. So you guys are gonna hear them scream off and on because they're gonna get mad that someone got killed in a game playing Roblox. No, not in. Oh my gosh, wrong one. That's my bad. See, I told you I'm bad at one-handed typing. I'm bad at keyboard typing. Mint Mobile, not just Mint. That brought me to a different site. Alrighty. And here we go. I don't know why, but I got the Thundercats theme in my head right now. Pro tip for PUBG: don't stop in open fields and don't fire your weapons unless you have to. Yeah, I learned that pretty quick. What do you think about the Pixel 5 not including Band 46 LAA? That's a sad case. That's a very sad case. I don't know. Pixel 5 not supporting that. That's a big issue because I think Carlos was telling me like here in Phoenix, that's actually launched here. Band 46. So if I have the Pixel 5, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of it. That's pretty sad. Can I use Pixel 2 with Visible? Yes. I actually have Visible on this phone. Hold on, let me get rid of all these notifications here. And dude, why do I have to keep getting all these notifications? Stop it. Get out of here. Let's see. Where did I show that? Oh, there it goes. Visible. Pixel 2. And for the test, I'll call my other number. 602. So it works. You just have to do that stupid method that I made the video about. Basically, you have to take out the Visible SIM card from the Pixel 2, have to delete the Visible app, have to reset network settings. After you're done with that, reboot the phone, power the phone back on, connect to a Wi-Fi, but do not put the Visible SIM back inside. Download the Visible app, and then push the Visible SIM back into the tray once you log in. When you put your login credentials, don't hit login just yet. Just put in your email, your password, take the SIM card tray, slide it into the Pixel 2. Once it's in, hit to log in. Once it's logging in, it's going to activate and it's going to reactivate on the Pixel 2. And then calls and texts will start working. The moment you get a security patch, it's going to break that. You're going to have to redo that step all over again. In India, we pay about 26, I guess, cents. If you're comparing it to US dollars, I guess you convert it to US dollars, 26 cents for 1 gigabyte. We pay $10 per gig in some carriers. I got Wi-Fi here at my mom's house. I don't use much data. Okay. The only reason I ask is because it doesn't show up as a supported device on Visible's website. It doesn't. See, what happened is I'm not entirely sure, but because like every time that software update came in, it broke the connection where text messaging and phone calls wasn't working. Data would still work no matter what. Because I remember before I was able to find the workaround through going through all these different chat forums and like just seeing what people did. Data worked always. Data was never broken with Visible on the Pixel 2. So a lot of people were like using Google Voice as a backup method. So they would create a Google Voice account. They would rely on Google Voice for calls, text, and then of course had Visible for data. But a lot of people were just getting aggravated, like, why can't I use the native messaging? So then someone found a way to do it. They just did it like that. And it still works. It works better on my Pixel 2. I tried on my Pixel 2 XL. It's a bit quirky and sometimes it fails. But on my Pixel 2, I haven't had a problem with it failing at all. So still good to go. Okay, so let me screen share this. The reason why I asked that question is because Mint Mobile just launched what they call a unlimited plan. The unlimited plan itself is we'll go over the stuff here. So unlimited data for $30 a month, right? So that's that obviously Mint Mobile bundles, right? So if you're going to this plan entry, you can get 3 months for $90. So it's $30 a month. However, if you choose to stay on the plan, they have a different plan rate. And if you want it to be $30 a month, you'll have to choose the 12-month plan. But it says unlimited. Here's the thing. So we'll go to shop plans. And I'm just going to make this full screen for you guys, okay? So you guys can see here. All righty. Okay, so Mint Mobile, 3-month plans. Right now they got this new one here, and it's $30. And this is entry price, right? So right here at the bottom, so I'll just kind of zoom in for you guys. Right here at the bottom, it says renewal, 12-month price, $30 a month. Okay, $30, unlimited talk, text, nationwide coverage. Now you notice how they say unlimited talk, text, nationwide coverage. Uses 5G or 4G LTE, whichever is the strongest. But let's just kind of bust open the details for this new plan. All right. So, yeah. Again, it says unlimited data right here. 3-in-1 SIM cards, what you get if you get this this plan. You could bring your own phone. But the main thing about this unlimited plan is that it's actually. Let me go back to shop plans here because I want to be able to bring out a lot of the information about it. Okay, here we go. Right here. So, boom. Data speeds reduce after 35 gigabytes, but data is unlimited because you are using 2G. So you're using 2G speeds, 128 kilobits per second speed, which is good enough to open Facebook and Gmail and certain websites, because certain websites are like 15, 20 kilobits. So you're still going to be able to open that. But yeah, your YouTube's going to buffer like hell. And the reason why they did this is because they did some research, and they say that about 93 to 95% of average mobile smartphone users don't really use over 20 gigs a month because they have Wi-Fi, or they have Wi-Fi access. Like they have Wi-Fi at work, they have Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, they have Wi-Fi at Target, they have Wi-Fi at Walmart, they have Wi-Fi at home, they have Wi-Fi at their mom's house, they have Wi-Fi at their dad's house, they have Wi-Fi at their sister's house. I mean, I'm starting to sound like Dr. Seuss here, right? So yeah, it's everywhere. So, I mean, yeah, they say, oh yeah, cool Street Fighter wallpaper. Yeah, I like to change it up. I had Zero from Mega Man for a couple of days. Now it's Ryu versus Akuma. I wish I can shrink these windows smaller. I mean, I know I can make myself bigger, but I really wish I can just shrink them smaller. Um, See, it does like that if I do screen share or whatever. And that's just weird. Well, let me well, I could do that, but you only see Akuma. I could do it this way, and you see that. So I don't know. Really weird. I wish StreamYard would make a dedicated mobile application for Android and iOS and make things so much easier, especially when we're like out and about. Sometimes I want to go to Best Buy and just look around and live stream for you guys and tell you guys what I think about the tech that they hold in stock. I did that one time and it was horrible. It like froze all over the place. Thanks a lot, T-Mobile, because I was actually using T-Mobile at that time. But now that I got Visible, I think I can get this done. I think, I'm going for a Hail Mary when things open up again, because I'm going insane not being able to just go where I want to go because of this whole thing. But anyways, so what do you guys think about this? So the whole plan itself, $30. This is the entry, right? You're gonna pay $30 for the entry to try it out for 3 months. That's $90 you're gonna be paying intro price, right? Let's say you want to switch it up. So geez, I hate the way they redesigned their website, because it's like, just give me go back to plans here. Let me just change it up. Where can I change it to 12 months? I want to see 12 months. I don't want to see intro plans. There we go. So small. All righty, let's go here. Let's view the details on this bad boy. Now, this is actually ain't bad. So if you're somebody that doesn't use a lot of data, okay, now let me really make this big. I thought I did, but it didn't do it. There we go. All right, so, okay, again, 35 gigs. 35 gigs. After that, you're on 2G speeds, right? You get 5 gigabytes of mobile hotspot, free international calls to Mexico and Canada, because obviously they're using T-Mobile as their network, right? So they have an agreement with T-Mobile. That's what they're using. Unlimited nationwide talk and text, unlimited data. I don't know why they even promote unlimited nationwide talk and text. Nobody really uses it anymore. I miss that. I'm lonely. Someone please freaking call me. I'm just kidding. Don't. I'm just saying, but no one really makes phone calls anymore. Like, people mostly talk through video chat, or they talk to messengers and stuff like that. So, but anyways, that's for a different topic. So yeah, data speeds. That's the thing here. Data speeds. Reduce after 35 gigs. So is it really unlimited? See, that's always been the debate with a lot of people. Is it really unlimited? Is it really? I am lonely. You're at work. You have to go to work. You're at work, so I am lonely. If I had, I'd try it. Should have been at least 50 gigs till deprio. Yeah, well, I mean, they're not even deprioing. It's not even being deprioritized. It's throttled. It's throttled. You don't go back up. Deprioed, basically, you're down for the count when it's congested, and then it goes back up. This thing's throttled. You go there and boom, you're cut off. You're cut off at 2G speeds only, and that's the real unlimited. So why don't they ever just say the truth? 35 gigs of high speed and unlimited 2G speeds. But why are we relying on 2G? Why is this the norms? That's going to be for another topic one day. I'll talk about that. But why is 2G? Why couldn't it be 35 gigs of high speed LTE or 5G connection? Then you're throttled to 3G speeds. I think it's because 3G is still good enough to do certain things. I mean, like, yeah, if you're watching YouTube in 240p, it'll probably handle. If you watch it in 360 or 480, it's going to buffer, but still, you can still do something with 3G. You can't really do anything with 2G except look at web pages, and yeah. So, anyways, let me see. Lawrence, are you? We'll see if Lawrence is still here. If he is, we'll bring him in. We'll have open discussion. Let me just. Should have had this thing open from the get-go. I'm like that skeleton from the movie, or the Hotel Castlevania. What is wrong with you? All right. Link sent. He'll join me here in a second. He'll give his insight on a lot of these things. 2G, dang. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of companies are like Google Fi. If you're on even if you're on the unlimited plan, it's only at 22 gigs. After 22 gigs, you are throttled to 2G speeds. Boost Mobile, the same thing with theirs. Metro, if they have limitations, same thing with them. Cricket limitations, same thing with them. If they throttle you, every MVNO prepaid, when they throttle you to 2G, not 3G, 2G speeds. So let's see. I was laughing earlier. I follow Brandon. He's a YouTuber, Brandon Tatum, and he posted a video where Joe Biden made a mistake and said that Donald Trump is trying to defund the police, when that's absolutely not true. I was like, oh my god, that was kind of funny. Yo, what's up, man? You on the live?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
All right. It's,
You
it's
haven't
just
slept.
nah, because I was playing my girlfriend's Coin Master and I got carried away.
Man, I can't do that. I can't stay up all night. I wouldn't survive.
See, this whole thing about data and all this other stuff just blows my mind. Because when I got my first cell phone, yes, it was in 1991. It was an
Yeah.
analog brick phone. There was no data, no text messaging, no caller ID. It was on Honolulu Sayers Art Plan. It was $10. You got the first 15 minutes free. Then from 7 to 7, it was 55 cents. And from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., again, it was 25 cents a minute. So I'd always have to budget my minutes so that my budget, didn't want to go more than $50 a month on a cell phone bill.
Wow.
and we're talking just minutes. No texting, no text alerts, and no caller ID.
I remember those. Remember those days.
So basically, when Mint Mobile made this agreement with T-Mobile, they gave the big middle finger to all the Boost customers. Because you look at it side by side, it's $30 for 35 gigs of priority data. Yeah, the Boost Mobile gives you a couple more perks, but it's $60. It's double the price if you only look at it for tit for tat, so to speak, 35.
Yeah.
So what kind of humongous deal is Mint Mobile getting to be able to even make it as a profit?
Are any of these phones the ones that you had?
I gotta go sideways. I had the 8000 Ultra Classic. I had the probably the one that's the second row first one.
This one?
Yeah, right. The second row and the very first one. Is that the 8000 Ultra Classic?
Let's see. I believe so. Let me open the pet web page. The 8000.
Yeah, but
That's over
Honolulu
here.
Cellular called it the Ultra Classic. This is various different names. But yeah,
Yeah.
something similar to that.
People are gonna trip out on phones like that. If you converted, if everyone had to hand in their smartphones and take one of these as their phones, man, do you imagine how many people would go crazy?
Well, I know Unbox Therapy a couple of years ago did. They had an analog brick phone. You can put a
Yeah.
SIM card in it, a retro phone. Yeah, he did something like that.
I don't know, man. I can see it now with this younger generation. You hand them one of those things, and they're gonna be like, "How do you access Facebook, and where do you pull the screen out?"
I remember walking into there and I spent a little over $500 for the phone, an extra battery, and a case.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. People like to argue the point with that unlimited data thing. So some people say it's not real unlimited because it's not unreal unlimited on the high speed side. They argue the point
Well,
that you're not being cut off from data, so it technically is unlimited.
well, it's unlimited in the sense of no overages.
Yeah,
When you go back in time when there are data buckets and overages, now it is unlimited lack of overages. Is it traditional unlimited? No. You know what I mean? But in the
yeah.
sense of overages, that's how they can classify it as unlimited because you're not getting charged anything additional.
So what would you say to someone today who like would argue that point with you and saying, but it's still not real unlimited because they're not keeping my LTE side on the whole time? What would you say to them on that?
Well, I would say yes, you're half correct. It's not it's not true unlimited, but it's unlimited in the sense of overages, and that's how they can make it the loose term unlimited.
Yeah, because I get that quite a bit from a lot of people. You know, like I explained to the point. They can say it's unlimited because they're not cutting you off. When you reach that 35 gigabyte limit or the 22 or whatever it is on your carrier, they're not disconnecting your data. So you still have it. You just don't have high speed.
Hmm.
But a lot of people don't see it that way. They get frustrated. They jump ship to another one, and it's like, what was the point of jumping? You're still on another carrier that pretty much limits you to that same thing. I mean, you're probably getting a longer limit, like what on T-Mobile's like 50 gigs. I think on the prepaid side, someone confirmed that for me.
Well,
Um,
on the postpaid side, it's 50 gigabytes of priority data,
yeah,
and then you get deprioritized based on congestion, times of congestion.
right. I don't know. I think for what because they did their research. Mint Mobile did their research, and it comes to find out that a lot of people really don't go over 20 gigabytes of data. Like they just don't because they have access to home Wi-Fi and other like Wi-Fi sources. Most people actually prefer to use Wi-Fi when they're in places that have it rather than their regular cellular data. So In a sense, this could be because you buy in bulk. If you buy the Mint Mobile plan, that's $30. If you do the 12 months, it's $360. So, like for any adult out there who files taxes and gets a tax return, you literally can start your plan when you have your tax return. So then that way, every year your bill is due right around when you're going to get your refund. You can always pay $360. That covers you the whole year. No cell phone bill to worry about for the next 12 months. It's actually not a bad idea. Let's see. Would we recommend getting Visible, the ZTE Blade A7 Prime phone? Is it good? I haven't used ZTE in a while. They used to be good for like low budget kind of mid ranger back in the day, but that was like using like the ZTE Warp Elite and those phones. I don't know
Isn't
about
that
the.
isn't that phone's like $79?
Think so. Well, let's go to Visible. Let's pop their site open.
I wouldn't recommend that phone, especially if Baby Yoda probably has a bunch of unlocked phones. It's better to do just bring your own device.
Yeah, because he was talking about it earlier, and I was saying, maybe grab you like a cheap, Pixel 2 if you can find one. And because I mean, yeah, you have to do that workaround thing that I showed people on the video, how to do it. But um, you know, you can still get it going, and you'll be able to try out Android 11 because Pixels obviously get the latest Android operating system. They better. Okay, I'll screen share this. Hold on. We'll look at the phone and we'll look at like all the stuff about it. So there we go. All right. So let's see. We're gonna go with Android. What is a hot pepper? Have you heard of hot pepper before?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Hot pepper ghost.
Yeah, it's old. It's old already.
Oh, okay. It's talking about this one right here. Oh, let's see. 32 gigs. Pay $99 today. What? It's a quad core, it's a 2 gigahertz quad core processor. Well, how much RAM? Probably like 2 gigs of RAM, just about maybe. It's got expandable storage. 3200 milliamp hour battery. It doesn't say anything about how much RAM it has. It just tells you kind of what the chip is. It's a quad core chip, so it's gonna have a very, I don't know. With all these phones that I've been using now, if I went to a phone that was quad core, it's gonna be a bit stuttery because my tablet is a quad core. So like the LG G Pad 5 10.1, the chip in that is a quad chip. It's kind of okay, but it's kind of stuttery and has a lot of jank. So I don't know. I wouldn't say this. For
What
$99, no. You can probably find something else.
what Android is it running?
Oh, it doesn't even say what Android is running. It's like really, I don't know. Let me Google that.
Well, you can't necessarily Google it because all the variants are different. So even if it ran Android 9, you're talking about maybe you only got like 13 gigs of space after your bloatware.
Does Visible have bloatware on their devices they sell? Because I always bring my own device, so I wouldn't know that. I don't think Visible does have any bloatware on the devices they sell. They just like sell it kind of like drop shipping, right? Like they have stock of like iPhones and
Who
Samsungs. They
knows, man? They might have like Facebook and all this other nonsense log crammed in it.
Wow, look at that. Google Pixel 4a, they're selling starting at 360. Why are they adding on more to it? I guess they're trying to make profit, yeah.
No, they got to add more devices because they're taking off devices. They got to replace. They had the 7, the 8, iPhone
No,
8,
but I mean,
iPhone
but
7,
why are they pricing the Pixel 4a at 360 when you can buy it unlocked for 350?
because Visible doesn't lock their phones. It comes unlocked. If
Yeah.
you buy any of these phones, they come unlocked, and then you don't even have to wait. As soon as you get the phone, it's already unlocked.
Mm. Hey, Baby Yoda, what's your price range? Like, what is the most you're willing to spend? That's gonna be like the key question there. Is like, what exactly are you willing to spend if you want to try Visible? Because yeah, that Oh, that's the one that's $79 is the ZTE Blade A3 Prime. So the A7, I guess, is supposed to be like a step up from that.
Yeah, but another question you have to ask him too is he going to be using it primarily for hotspot? And does he have an existing dual SIM iPhone already?
Well, you just asked him that question, but
Yeah.
like what Yoda was saying, though, I mean, like he's obviously iPhone user, and he's he pretty much made that clear. But he wanted to try Android 11, and he wanted to try Android out, but obviously he doesn't want to spend $500, $600, $700 on it. That's what I'm saying. Like I told him to try the Pixel 4a, but now I want to know what he's willing mostly to spend, because you can also find like decent used Pixels on offer up from people selling it that are trying to sell it to make money so they can get the next iPhone coming out in like a couple weeks. Says that Apple event's happening next week. You gonna watch that event?
Me?
Yeah.
Possibly if I'm awake.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Normally sometimes I just watch the replay so I can fast forward to the boring stuff.
I'm actually gonna have to endure the boring stuff. What I think I'm gonna do is live stream it while I'm watching it, kind of like this, yeah. So, and just like give my feedback while I'm live watching it. So I'm gonna have to endure the boring points.
At this point, this is the year that Apple's going to start switching Android users
You really think
because
so?
they're going to. Well, yeah, because think about it. It's going to have the X60 modem that's already been clarified. You guarantee 5 years support, and if it's 5G and all they're saying that the Pro Max is one that's going to have millimeter wave. The Pro is not, due to sizing issues within the internals.
I
But this
don't
is the
buy that.
opportunity. This is the opportunity for Apple to to switch people from Android to iPhone because they're tired of 2 years, 1 year, whatever upgrade schedule, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And you're guaranteed a dual SIM. You know what I mean? It's not locked
Yeah,
down.
but here's the thing. And that sounds good. But there's a little bit of hypocrisy in that, because Apple also depends on people upgrading to the next iPhone every year. So like, yeah, you get guaranteed 5 years, and
Well,
that's
I don't.
great.
I don't think they depend on him to upgrade every year. More like maybe every 2 years. Because why would they give you 5 years of software support? They
Well,
can easily
because they
drop it
kind of
down
shot
to
themselves in the
4.
foot. Yeah, remember, like Apple made phones, or they still do, but they've been making phones really good since the beginning, right? Like when you thought of like the top smartphone, Apple's always up there with their iPhone. So the kind of like I made a video about this talking about it, like they kind of shot themselves in the foot because their phones are so good that consumers, like real Apple consumers, don't really see a reason to upgrade to the next iPhone. They will hold on to their iPhone until the wheels fall off, because it's supported for 5 years. So they can continue using the same phone. They don't have to do any setups or anything like that. They have it until they finally hear from Apple, when Apple says this iPhone is no longer supported, which is going to be the 6S and the 6S Plus. That'll drop. And then those that have the 6S Plus are going to be the ones that's upgrading. But at the same time too, like Apple sales, like they really want more iPhones in people's hands, right? They want to take different markets too, like the India market. They want that market. That's a huge one. So it's like, when people think about it, yeah, there's a little bit of hypocrisy in it, but then at the same time, you know, the 5 year support thing is good. It just depends on you, the user. It always depends on the consumer. And I do want to give a shout out. You became a new member to the channel. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you gotta tell me. So, with the benefits and everything like that, obviously, if you have Instagram, email me your Instagram name so I can add you in there. Personal chat. Obviously, you'll get to have one-on-one video chat with me on Instagram. But yeah, thank you so much for joining the team. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. So yeah, but going back to that, I mean, that's a good thing. They'll have people jump over to Apple. I see where you're going with this. And then it's like a flip-flop game, right? Because when Google launches their own chip, I am for sure they're going to start supporting all the phones that have Google's own processing chip in it is going to get 5 years or probably even longer depending on how they build their chipset and how good it is. So it's always going to be a game of back and forth. That's how the mobile market is.
I know for people with the XS and XS Max, especially if they're on Verizon, this is the year
Mhm.
for them to upgrade no matter what. Because once they roll out Band 48, you know what I mean, that phone doesn't have Band 48, so that's going to be one of the key bands for Verizon users.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think you know what? I think with this, like you're right. I think your predictions is right. A lot of people are gonna end up jumping to the new iPhone, but there's some things about it, right? Like obviously some of the things that you said, which us geeks know about because we dabble into that. Like what modem does the phone have? What 5G is it going to be able to support? Is it going to support millimeter wave? Is it going to support sub 6? Like we dabble into those things. A lot of consumers don't. I can tell them, yeah, the phone supports a sub 6. They don't. Like the other day, I was watching my Project 13's live stream, and I was talking about it on there. I was talking with his fans, was in the chat talking, and I was mentioning things like sub 6 millimeter wave, and I'm sure like he's heard of it. He doesn't know too much of it, but again, he's a YouTuber who is the average consumer, and but the cool thing about it is while these new iPhones obviously are going to support 5G, they also with the latest iOS 14, which I've been playing around with, it's actually nice that Apple decided to make a little bit of change to their UI because that was one of the main things that people did jump over to Android for was because they were kind of bored with the same look of the UI with iOS. iOS has never really made any changes to it until now. You get widgets on the screen. That's actually cool. It does change the dynamics of it. I don't know. What do you all people think? Y'all think the widgets on iOS 14 actually gives it a new dynamic and a new feel? Coffee 7, what's going on? You use 5 to 7 gigabytes. Okay? So a 35 gig plan, would you consider that to be unlimited coffee while you're in here?
For him, it would be.
Yeah.
And where is his location?
He's somewhere in, he said where he was. I forgot. He's somewhere in Europe. Um, What's Baby Yoda said his budget was $100 to $200. So what would you say? Because I would say if he wants to try Android 11, for $100 to $200, you could probably grab yourself a decent Pixel 2 at that price, and you could do the workaround for Visible, and it'll work because it's working on my Pixel 2 right now. I'm running Visible on this just fine. Yeah, it's a
Well,
pain in the ass to have to keep doing that
the
technique, but I mean,
the
it gets
problem
them connected.
the problem with sorry about that, but the problem with buying a used Android phone for $200, that means it's already on its last leg, battery and software wise. Sometimes, I mean, look at it's 360, right?
Yeah.
So he could port over a number, bring a new number, get $100 card from Visible, so he's gonna
Oh,
retain $100, and so then it will drop down to 260. You know what I mean? And then he can
yeah,
reuse that money to pay off his bill. Siberia,
yeah.
Russia,
Serbia. It's from Serbia.
Serbia.
Yeah,
No, but you know what I mean? It would be
yeah,
easier for him to spend the difference and knowing that you're guaranteed a brand new phone.
yeah.
It's going to get more software updates, and you don't have to worry about, yeah, the phone worked pretty good when you got it for $200, but then a couple days later, something goes out. And then you got to start all over again and spend another $200. You already spent, then now you're spending $400 when you could have just spent the 360 in the beginning and got a guaranteed brand new phone.
Right. That would
So
probably be. No, you're
sometimes
right.
going cheap is not the best way, especially in phones.
Only if
Because
you
a two
have to.
hundred, no, but sometimes you can't make that kind of sacrifice, especially if you're talking Android. You're talking iPhone, yeah. If you can get a $200 iPhone that maybe will give you like 3 more years or 2 more years of support, and then you can go into Apple and say, "Hey, give me a brand new battery for $50." That's a different story. You know what I mean? But when
Yeah.
you're talking Android, internal battery, who's going to replace your battery? And then what if something else happened? What if there was water damage or something that you couldn't see at the time that slowly just killed the phone?
I don't know. I just probably had good luck when going on OfferUp and meeting with people in my city and buying the phones off of them. Because like this one, solid top notch, and I got this through OfferUp. It is used, and so is the Pixel 2 XL. Well, actually, no, I can't say the Pixel 2 XL because I bought it from a shop here that refurbished everything. So like replaced battery and everything in it.
But
But yeah,
but
no, your idea
knowing
is actually good. It's really, it's the one that I would suggest people to really do because you're getting a lot of value out of it. And even Baby Yoda agrees with you.
knowing Baby Yoda has higher. I mean, you got lucky, okay, when
Yeah,
you're
I did.
going to something that you know that is refurbished. But when you're just meeting some random person off the street, you don't know how honest they're gonna be about a phone because right now people are hard up for money. They're gonna lowball you. They're gonna try and get more or less. They're gonna make it seem better than what it really is.
Yeah, for consumers,
And
because I'm a
if he
geek,
gets,
so I know how
yeah,
to
but
check this shit.
if he gets $100, he gets $100 back that he can use towards his bill.
Yeah, no, that
Then
would be
it's
the
really only a
your option is the
sixty
best
dollar
option.
difference for a brand new phone.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's what I'm
why.
saying. I'm agreeing with you. Your option is the best option. It's just like what was it? This other person wanted to buy the Pixel 4a, but going to the Google store, the unlocked version was sold out. And I was trying to tell them like go through Google Fi because if you go through Google Fi's Pixel 3a is already unlocked. You can use it on any carrier. But if you go through it and you got like an old iPhone 6, you can trade that in for $100 off and get the phone for $250. You don't have to actually activate the Google Fi line. You can take the SIM card out and just put whatever SIM card you want in it, and it goes. So that's what I was telling people who were like, I can't get the Pixel 4a because they're sold out until the end of September. Like, go through Fi because Fi has them.
Yeah, but that's if you're gonna do the trade in. He's starting
No,
with
no,
no
yeah,
trade in.
yeah, no. For him, your method is the better one because you get that $100 gift card, so you can pay off. And if he joins a party plan, he's good for 4 months. He doesn't have to worry about a bill. So like you're
Well,
right on that.
it's gonna be what, the first 2 months, and then you get the card after your second billing. So
Yeah,
for the first 2 months, and then you add the $100. So basically, he was going to be getting 6 months of service for $50.
yeah. So I mean, he's good there if he goes that route. But like for like what I was saying for the Google Fi thing, that's for other people who like I went to the Google store and they're sold out. Like no, go through Fi. You don't have to activate a Fi account. Just go through it, trade in a POS phone, get $100 off, get it for $250, and then use it on
But
whatever carrier you want.
he has to port in a number to get that gift card. That's the stipulation. That's the catch.
Okay. Yeah. So hopefully that helps you out, Yoda. Hopefully, like you got two ways of doing it to get the Pixel, the Pixel 3a, but Lawrence's version is actually much better. But I don't even know if Visible checks to see how long you had the number because couldn't you be able to? I know if you pay $3 to Google Voice, they will give you the info to port a Google Voice number over to something that could count, right?
As long as you're bringing a number, go to AT&T and pick up a $10. No, think about it. You can go to
Yeah,
AT&T, sign up for their prepaid plan, the $2 a day plan. Tell them you only want to put $10 on the card. Use it up for whatever's for a couple of days, and as soon as that time comes, just port your number after you spent the $8 at least.
because I think the Apple event is all about Apple Watches. Sadly, they won't be announcing the iPhone 12. Good insight, man. Good insight. Because a lot of people are thinking that they're just going to drop the iPhone 12 on that day. So if it's about Apple Watches, I'm still going to watch it. But yeah, I think that's going to disappoint a lot of people. But no, you're right, Lawrence. That's actually a good idea. So Yoda, man, definitely take advantage of those. That did help me out. Thanks, guys. That's what we're here for, bro. We're here to help each other. Yeah, I don't think Visible checks because I know Metro does. Metro will check the length of how long you've had that number with the other provider that you're porting out from to them with. Because JG Tech Blog did that. He walked into a Metro store and he did a video showing it, and he took a Boost Mobile number that he had activated like less than a month, went in there, went to go do it, and they wanted to check how long he's had that number, and then they denied him the port-in special because he hadn't had it for longer than 90 days. That's crap.
I think that they're safeguarding the fact that if you can do it to that carrier, you're gonna do it to us. So we're not
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
get screwed on the discount on the phone.
But Visible doesn't do that. I don't believe they check to see how long you've had the number.
Well, I truly believe Visible is a beta test.
Yeah. Okay. Making spaghetti. They're gonna eat leftover spaghetti and meatballs. My kids slept through dinner last night. They slept a long time, so they're like superly refreshed. Yes. Now. Uh-oh. My oldest son's late for school. He had late start today with his school at Coding Academy. I love that school. My son is going to be badass. He's going to be a game designer, a game developer when he gets older. That's what he wants to do with his life. So right now he's in a high school program called Coding Academy. So it's high school and it's vocational learning all grouped together. Big Sur will be out for public definitely after the event, I think, and I hope so. Oh, good info. I may just get Text Now phone number and port it over to Visible since Text Now is free. It is. It definitely is. Do you still have your Text Now lines, Lawrence?
My one line, yeah, I still have it. I'm never getting. I've had that number for 5 years. I've had it on
Yeah.
my last Android, and I kept on just putting it on all my devices because what I use it for is text alerts.
Yeah.
So like UPS and whatever text alert I need, I
Yeah.
just throw that number on, and then it goes to all three of my phones because you can have one text now account logged into as many devices as you want, and it's seamless.
Well, so let me clarify that because I get this a lot. Escobar is my last name. Um, are we related to the name of the guy from Colombia? Very distantly. So it's not like we're very close related. Anyone who has the last name Escobar, their lineage somehow traces back to Spain. So I wouldn't say he's like a close relative, very distant, wouldn't even consider basically family. So no, I'm not related to Pablo Escobar in that sense. And it sucks because my last name, I get a lot of crap from people because of that stupid Escobar Inc. company and their bullshit phones. Oh man. Uh I was it. I think I
No,
was on
but
I forgot whose podcast I was on, but they asked me that question and I answered it in the chat. I'm not related to that guy in that sense. Name wise, bloodline, probably like very, very distant.
getting back to text now, for me, I would recommend that to everybody, even if you
Mhm.
just need a second line, because if you have killer Wi-Fi at home, and even if you have unlimited, it's a great backup number for people that you don't want to give your primary number to, text alerts, or if your native cell phone coverage goes down and Wi-Fi calling acts up on that, at least you have a backup, and it's free.
Yeah, you have the SIM card, right? Like you got the SIM card for the phone, so you
Well,
can take it.
I have one of my phones with a SIM card, and the other two with the app.
Yeah, because you can just to let everyone know. You when you go with text now, if your phone is an unlocked phone that supports, I think T-Mobile, yeah, you can get the
No, they're still using Sprint in Hawaii. It hasn't fully gone over to T-Mobile yet. It still shows Sprint on there,
yeah.
and it only connects to band 25 and 41.
Yeah, but you can get yourself a burner line. I mean, even with the SIM card, when you take it off, like when you take it outside, like yeah, you won't get data connection, but you'll still get your phone calls and text. So it's a good thing to have like a backup number, a little burner phone or whatever. Like he said, give a number to somebody that you don't really want them having your primary number. Escobar phones just wrap Samsung phones with gold. Yes. Yeah, and can you believe that the Escobar Inc. wants to sue Apple? Stupid, stupid company. They ruined my last name.
Think about
Yeah,
it. With all the prepaid plans like Straight Talk and Boost charging $60, right?
yeah.
You could literally get, if you had a dual SIM phone, Visible, as your primary data, and Mint Mobile as your secondary for backup, whatever's. You'll never
Yeah.
go over the 35. You're going to be paying $55 a month. You have two numbers and unlimited on one and unlimited hotspot on the other. And if it just so happens you're not in Verizon native LTE for some odd reason, you have T-Mobile as the backup, just for the sake of argument, because
Yeah.
it is only LTE dependent. You know what I mean? And then you throw the Text Now app on there as well. So you have three phone numbers, unlimited data on one, unlimited hotspot on one, and a backup one for the same cost as Straight Talk. It's 25 gigs.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'll say this: T-Mobile is getting better because, like, on my Google Fi line, about a block away from where I live, two of the towers in that area have been upgraded. It has band 71, and I know it's making an effect on the network because the screenshot I showed on Twitter where I hit over 200, that was with Google Fi. 200 on the down, and I think it was like 20 or 30 on the up.
I'm going to pull a sneed on you. But can
Go.
you maintain a live stream with that?
Oh, probably not, man. But at least downloading certain things I can. So, like, my thing is, like, when I go out and about, I'm not really live streaming. I'm at home, so like my usage is different compared to, like, like Sneed and Carlos. They go around places and live stream. So if I'm going to live stream, I'm going to use my visible line to do that, or the AT&T line to do that if I need to. But you guys see my channel. Most of my live streams has always been from home in my little tight corner space office in my house, and that's all I've been doing. I might change my last name. I don't want my biological father's last name. Oh man. Okay, I just ate. Now I feel like a pig. Yeah, give me your phone. I have to help set up his YouTube because all new account governing it. He's got YouTube Kids.
Oh, by the way, Dad,
Yeah.
maybe let's say you didn't go and like all three of us were sorry why we lost the remote.
I know you guys are, but it needs to be found. Otherwise, you guys cannot use the TV. That's what controls the TV. There's no other way to use it.
Are you
Go.
broadcasting?
Yes, I'm on the live.
What's working? Is it working?
Give me real quick. I gotta do one last thing. Confirm.
Wait, Dad.
Yeah.
What's that? So like they said Sonic when there's the other one of him, but classic Sonic.
Yeah, that's for that game where they have both the classic Sonic from the original Sega Genesis game and then the newer one where he's much older. So that's all it is. There's only three hedgehogs. There's Sonic, there's Shadow, and there's Silver.
Wait, what? Oh, because they have the crystal.
The Chaos Emerald. Yeah.
See, like right now, I'm on the AT&T line with one signal bar.
Uh huh. Huh.
That's the thing I noticed about T-Mobile. No matter how good the speeds are, they do something to video content which just totally just
kills it.
Well, fragments it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and you know what I mean. And getting back to Band 71, it's like I'm sick of them hyping up bands. First it was Band 12. Well, Band 12 is gonna improve your overall experience. Not. Well, Band 71. That's why I told my girlfriend. It's like I'm in no rush to get a Band 71 phone when it first came out because it's gonna be the same Band 12 hype. And I just recently got a Band 71.
Yeah.
And still yet, I have an impossible time connecting to it.
Yeah, I don't know. With all these different bands coming out, it's everything's still in its infancy. Nothing is it's still being worked on, right? They still have to build out and build out and build out. Like you can't just put Band 71 access on one tower and then for the next 100 miles put another one. I mean, there's got to be a repeater in between to amplify that signal so that way you keep connection to it. Because people don't know how like the phones work when you're moving. You're actually it's using a triangular pattern, so you are connected technically like the closest three towers near you, unless there's only two. but it hands off to the next tower, so you maintain a constant connection.
No, but even if T-Mobile had it on all their towers, the amount of spectrum that they're putting it on is useless.
Hold on 1 second. Take over real quick.
Yeah. So with over here, I saw only 10 megahertz of downlink on band 71, connected to it maybe twice and never again. And even if they put it on more towers, the thing is they need to release more spectrum. For crying out loud, give us at least 20 megahertz. They have 20. They have a minimum of 20, almost 20 megahertz nationwide. Why can't they just give us the 20 megahertz?
Yeah. Let me answer this real quick. Well, what do you think of privacy concern improvements in Android 11 versus iOS 14? The time will tell. I know Android 11, they talked about it. There's going to be like, changes in the privacy and more security with Android 11, but we'll have to see how that pans out. Because remember, there's two different platforms. iOS is really locked down on their things. That's why they can boast security when it comes to iOS, because they control all aspects of it. And I'm not saying Google doesn't control all aspects of Android, but they're trying to build privacy and they're trying to build security for their operating system, yet it's open source. There lies the problem.
Well, not only that, too, not all the phones are getting the same security patches, and some of
Right.
them are outdated. So you could have a handful of people with this security update, the next thing you know, and people on 10 that's not going to even possibly get. You mean like my LG G4, man, I didn't even get 2 years. It barely made 2 years of updates.
Yeah, that's the OEM game. I mean, that's why everyone made such a big deal when Samsung said that they're going to do 3 years of support on their devices, retroactive back to the Samsung Galaxy S10s and up. 3 years, and they're making a big deal about that. But again, I hate to say it, right? Like I'm an Android guy, but iOS gives you 5 years. And Android's trying to go that route, obviously trying to build their own chips so they can extend the life expectancy because they're dependent on Qualcomm. They can't guarantee 5 years when you're depending on a Qualcomm chip. Here in Delaware, Verizon works great inside buildings, but the other carrier is not so good. If I use 2 gigabytes next month, I'll get 2 times 10 for the 2 apps of choice. Yeah, they're in Serbia, their carrier, the way that they do their plans is way different from ours. When I had T-Mobile, it would quit when I walked outside where I worked. But like Sneed said, you guys can always use various different sources just to kind of see which carrier is going to work great in your area, right? Like he was doing the whole thing with the route metrics and showing people like from different cities that updated, which ones were doing better because they're always being tested. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see where everything goes with it. I mean, there's a lot to play. Like we've all been watching closely. Sneed, Carlos, and you have been covering a lot when it comes to like T-Mobile and their improvements, what they're trying to do, what they lack on, what they need to do. It's just gonna to me. I'm a laid back guy, so like yeah, I get upset with T-Mobile and their fuckery when they do certain things, like killing out jobs when they said they were going to create jobs, like those types of things. I hold them too, but like their network, if they had the money, they can build it out better. So they got to figure out what they're going to do to make that capital so they can invest it into the network. I mean, we can agree on that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, where's your T-Mobile at right now? Like, your plan?
Yeah. Well, considering when they screwed up the last time, they
Yeah.
ended up. My girlfriend's was her line was the Fort line promo, so she got $10 off that line. And when they added the hookup, so no matter how she used it, it always came out to $8 a month. Now, since they couldn't add the line and they had to fix my plan, and I had three billing cycles, dude, I had to get my plan credited for mid-cycle changes. So what they did was they converted her line to a free line. Now, her 8 voice lines and 1 Apple Watch with Netflix is $125.
Wait, this is interesting. So you saw a video where in iOS 14, while opening Facebook, it asked the user if Facebook would like to find and connect to devices on the local network, where there is no option to disable on Android 11. That's funny because I've opened Facebook on a couple of my iPhone devices that have iOS 14 beta. It's never asked me that. Interesting.
Maybe it's a non-US thing.
Might be. I'm about to look into that. That's interesting. Wow, I'm getting like insight from another place. It's cool. It's cool to find out about this, but it's interesting how it asks where the person that the video that you saw that showed this, where was the person from? Let's see, yeah, everyone's jumping onto Visible. Visible's like Visible's it, and it's funny because a lot of people hated Visible last year during the time where I got it and I was testing it out. And I got like a lot of feedback from people. They hated it. They hated it how you had to set it up. Some people couldn't get a chat rep because they would like need help activating. They would like activate the chat to try to get a rep, and it took like 24 hours. And I think that's when they were just building out, right? Like to have like a couple of people handle the chat, customer service and all that. Now it's like everyone's jumping aboard.
And that's why they went with Party Pay over their previous referral plan. Because think about it. Say you're lucky, okay, the first few months, right? You got maybe 20 referrals or 10 referrals. Then next thing you know, by the time all your credit is gone, they're paying $40 a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they goes, I don't want to pay $40 a month for this, and they cancel. So they use their referral credits, and if they can't get any more, they canceled. And that's what Visible was seeing. So they said, you know what, we got to ditch this. We'll honor our existing customers who had it because they went through the growing pains and they stayed a customer. So we want to leave that credit there, introduce Party Pay, make it streamlined where you're not dependent on referrals just to get a discount.
Okay, he said what channel. I'm gonna check it out afterwards because I can't show that video on here. It's from a channel called B-Bomb. He says jump to a minute 23, the video where it asks for permissions. All right, I'll check that video out after the podcast, and then I'll see what's up with that. Take over real quick again, Lawrence. I gotta deal with something real quick. Hold on.
Let's go. I don't know for how many of you out there had Visible long term before the party plan. Just waiting. I got my other phone open so I can see chat. Yeah, see, you probably just ran out of the referral credits or didn't want to pay $40 for 5 MB up and you're most likely on a Party Pay. It's only, you got to look at it. It's 83 cents a day for unlimited internet. Well, if you never tried Visible, what kind of service do you have now? Yeah, that's the way to go. Then apply that card for your bill.
Okay, I have to do
See right there.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's the steal. That's the deal, man, dude. When my wife first jumped on Visible, they had a promo where you got a $200
Yeah,
Visa card.
I wish I did it then, and I've just ported a number.
Actually, that didn't require porting. It did. She ported her number over from what the hell were we using then? Oh yeah, we were using. I think she was using Boost, and she ported it over. So yeah, port in. You got 200. That
So
was dope.
even $50 divided by 6 comes out to $8.33.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I jumped on Visible. Well, I didn't jump on it. They gave me a line to try out and I kept the line. They converted it from a corporate account back down to a consumer level. But I got to use the referral program for a while, got a bunch of credit on that. Then they did the party pay. So like I haven't paid anything for a whole year on a bill because of all the credits that I'm getting. And I don't know. I think maybe October I'm gonna get my first $25 bill. I'm kind of
Yeah, but
excited for
see, you mean, see how amazing that is? And you got to look at it this way. Looking for the people who are on an extreme budget. Before I used to have to go to Kinko's because I didn't have a computer at home. I didn't have a smartphone. So if you wanted to do anything like check your email or print something out, you go to FedEx Kinko's, pay
yeah.
whatever's per their hour per rate. And now for people who have even just a basic laptop and you're out and about, when you think about 83 cents a day for unlimited hotspot versus $2 an hour at an internet cafe shop, that's 2 days already, and then some, maybe 2.5 days versus just paying for Visible. And
Yeah.
if all you ever did was use it as a hotspot, it would pay for itself.
Yeah, $25 is outstanding, and the best part is that you don't have to build a family plan yourself. You can just add someone who has Visible to your party pay, and you guys get the discount. That's the best part. So they took Sprint's family plan idea, incorporated it into theirs. So
Put it this way, Carlos, when he got his, I
yeah,
basically filled his party pay up in less than a day. And Brian, he had only himself on there. And what I usually do is I'll go to Facebook first, I'll post a link there. Then I'll go to the three different visible groups that I can post on, and I'll go there. Then I'll look within the groups for people that's looking for people. Then I'll post it to that person. Then I'll go to Twitter, and after that, I'll airdrop the link to my girlfriend's iPhone 7, post it on her Facebook page and her Twitter. And then for Twitter, I would go and check every 4 hours and repost it because when you post it, it comes back to the top again
yeah.
without having to pin it. So I did his one in little under 7 hours. Got it full.
Oh, look who's in here. Yo, if you want a link to come in, bro, let me know. I'll send it out. You too, Carlos. I'm just gonna send it out to them anyways. It is what it is. They join in. They join in if they got time.
Now all I can say is if you got a party plan that needs filling, just DM me your link on Twitter, Chanel underscore 808 underscore life, and just DM me the link, and I'll do my best to get your party filled.
Yeah, they fill up pretty quick because a lot of people are really trying to get on it. Like they try to find it, or they start their own party pay, and there's always people
I
looking.
I see a lot of people leaving Straight Talk, going
Yeah,
over to Visible because basically Straight Talk uses the Verizon network. You can pick Verizon or AT&T, and if you have a Verizon MVNO with Straight Talk, why are you going to pay $55 for 25 gigs and limited hotspot where you can just get the same thing pretty much through Visible and
right.
basically cut your bill in half?
Yeah, we'll see if Sneed and Carlos join in. I sent them the link on Twitter so they can come in if they want to. Can give their feedback on Visible. The Visible is actually really really good. Really good. I mean, yeah, it's got is for gaming. If you're gonna use it for a hotspot for gaming online, like the latency is really high, but it still works. It's pretty solid.
Well, it's not a gaming hotspot, but they have to
Yeah.
set their expectation levels. It is the perfect accompaniment to if you say you have an iPad that's not cellular based, or you don't even if you have a cellular based one, you don't want an extra bill. You just
Yeah.
ping it off of that.
Hey, what do you? And I'll ask you this question. What do you think of the Starlink SpaceX satellite internet project?
I think it's gonna be huge, especially for Tesla, because think about it. they'll be able to beam software updates straight to the phone.
Mhm.
I mean, straight to their cars. You can go in there. They're gonna be able to probably knowing Tesla is gonna say, well, now we have roadside service that's gonna beam a customer service rep straight to your car. You can be
Yep.
anywhere, break down anywhere. We're gonna beam that internet signal so you can answer that huge pad that they have on there and say, "Yeah, I broke down. I need assistance." That's one factor. There are going to be so many different things that they can do with it that it's tremendous.
I didn't see this from Sneed. Sneed, come in, dude. If you can, and Carlos, come in, man. I sent you guys a link, bro. You guys come in. What's interesting about the Starlink SpaceX program is that Apple's watching it closely because Apple actually has an intention of possibly putting a project in place where they'll offer their own phone service, and it's going to be like internet and everything's going to be delivered by satellite. So that cuts out the need of having towers, the need of having dead zones and things like that when you have satellite connection, especially if it's good, right?
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a game changer if Apple can launch their own phone service. Just imagine how many people are going to
I'll
jump
be
on it.
right back.
Yep, going. But yeah, I think it's going to be a nice touch. I mean, obviously having that, you're still here watching. I appreciate that, babe. I hope I'm entertaining you while you're at work. Is work slow, by the way? You haven't told me if it is or isn't. But yeah, I honestly feel like that, with satellite, there's gonna be some pros with it. We just gotta see how it goes. We'll have to see. And like I said, I feel like that, if Apple does something similar, it's gonna change the game. A lot of people who own iPhones are gonna jump. And I hope that, Google has their eyes on this too when it comes to Google Fi. Because that literally would allow them to break away from having to use T-Mobile as their network provider. And since Google Fi is more of a company that works great for those who travel, this would probably be a better fit for Google Fi is to have this type of mobile connectivity. But we'll have to see. And also, I mean, with the pros, we also have to also look out the cons. You're talking about a satellite up in space. Some people are against the fact of launching so many satellites in orbit, creating what they consider space trash. Is one of the major concerns. We have no control over, asteroids and whatnot that could collide with the satellite, breaking up the debris. I don't know if you guys seen that movie called Gravity, the one with Sandra Bullock, where she's trying to do upgrades to a satellite, and then they get hit by a bunch of fragments from a satellite that was blown up, and all that debris was just rushing so quick it just started destroying everything over and over. Work is super slow. Well, I hope that we can entertain you. I was only supposed to do an hour podcast, but I'm just keeping it going just to as long as I can. I don't know, maybe a 4-hour one again. I doubt it though. Let's see. PUBG got banned in India. Whoa, that's crazy. Over security, data security concerns of users. Yeah, I don't know. Since you're in India, India banned TikTok, didn't they?
I think they did. I think they did. But getting back to Starlink, think
Uh-huh.
about it. They could do their own sat phones at a
Yeah.
reasonable price since it's worldwide, unlike the current sat phones that are so fragmented. You got to have this area, and the cost of sat phones vary so much just based on the location and having it. So some of them only are in one spot. They just stay in one spot. You know what I mean? And with
Yeah.
this, it's going to open up a huge window of better rates.
Yeah.
There's
We'll see.
endless possible. There's going to be endless possibilities considering what they're promising.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was saying earlier too about that, there's pros and cons to it, right? Because then there's going to be people who's going to oppose it because one of the concerns people have is space trash, space debris. Um, those are some things that people also got to consider too. Is like, because like most of the satellites are like what in the southern hemisphere, that's where they have them orbiting at basically. Um,
Yeah, but you got to take into consideration who is the man doing it. I
mhm.
guarantee you, he's already thought all these things out on
Yeah,
safety protocols. So if one does plummet back to Earth, it probably have some kind of fail safe where it probably dismantles, and by the time it hits certain point, it already probably evaporated.
yeah, burns up as it's coming in. Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, yeah, those things are taken into consideration. But like, there's a lot of people that are like up against it. I know. I think it was Coffee that had a conversation with me about it, talking about launching too many things in space and creating space trash and all that stuff. There's people that's actually really concerned about those types of things. Yeah, they did ban it.
Uh,
There were concerns because they banned PUBG in India. That's insane. I just started playing PUBG and I totally suck at it. So I won't game live stream because I am doing a live stream tonight again. Gaming, by the way, I'm gonna game. I think I'm gonna play Steam World Dig 2. It's a fun little game. So I'll probably like just stream and just talk story with everybody. But yeah, I suck at PUBG, and my friends on Stadia they want to play this Friday, and I'm like nervous because I'm like I'm the guy that's always gonna get killed like in the first 5 minutes.
think about it. When they finally launch worldwide, it's gonna put Facebook's project obsolete.
Hmm.
When they put out those blimps and planes, those
Oh yeah,
drones that would beam over internet,
yeah,
over countries that where they're beaming it to certain applications, Facebook applications that use the light version, so it used very little data. You
yeah.
had
Google
unlimited access.
Yeah, Google wanted to do that, didn't they? Yeah, I think they did. They wanted to do that where they had like a balloon or some sort of blimp over like areas in Africa and places like that that didn't have any internet access, and that's how they were going to deliver it to them. That's crazy. It's a crazy idea. Satellite just seems the way to go. Don't launch balloons. That's more
You,
debris.
you know what? You know who should be amazed is your kids. Because think about it. By the time they reach our age, you know what I mean? They're probably not even. They're not gonna have a cell phone. They're gonna have a watch that beams up a hologram that they can talk to. We're gonna be going to the Dick Tracy days when you just talked into a watch. Because think about it. You're gonna have a camera on it. The whole band's gonna be a battery. You're gonna be able to just beam up a hologram, and then you're gonna see the person. That person's gonna see you, and you can do
Thanks for the comfort,
everything via hologram and just touch something. Then you incorporate the watch and glasses. Who knows? We might not even have an actual device.
yeah, that's that would be something. But like, again, like I said, I can't. I can talk tech with my kids, but they'll like lose me in, like the next 3 minutes. That's why I
No, I'm
have
not.
this.
I'm not saying you talking to them,
No, I
but
know. I know what you mean.
when your kids reach our age, you know what I mean? Because they're 8, 10, so 20 years. Imagine 20 years from now. Because even for me, my first cell phone was almost 30 years ago. So it really didn't start. The digital age didn't really start until 20 years ago.
Ah, look at this. I'm getting freaking help for PUBG so I can at least play good. I appreciate it, Red Rum. I really do. Bluehole Games said they might be ending Tencent partnerships, so there might be a chance for Game PUBG back. Yeah, Red Rum was saying that what was it? They yeah, because of relationship with them, but PUBG got rid of them and are wanting to be reevaluated. So I guess they want to be reevaluated by India, so that way they have that area for people who are playing to come back in, which is nice. I think it's nice when gaming companies and stuff like that they look at these things and they try. You don't want to lose a market like India. You really don't. I mean, that's the reason why Google and Apple were fighting for that market. They were really like Google was trying to get Android out there. That's why they launched the Android One program. And was it the Android one or was it the other one? Android Go. I think it was Android Go. Go was the one with the lighter one. Android one was the one that devices that were like still on that were going to be treated the same as like the Pixels. So it was Android Go where you had lighter versions of the Google apps, so that way they were able to run on the type of infrastructure that those countries had for network connectivity. And yeah, Apple, wants in there because India is a massive market. We want that market. So
You ever heard of Animal Crossing?
yeah, my wife played that a lot. Why, you play it?
Nah, I heard people talk about it.
What? What's up with Animal Crossing?
I don't
Do
know.
tell.
I don't know. I figure if you heard of it, you can tell me about it because I never played it. People are addicted to that game.
Oh, because it's like, okay, you've heard of The Sims, right?
Oh yeah, that computer game.
Yeah, so Animal Crossing is kind of like that in the sense where you just live out a life as a character, but like in the land that you live in, you're the only human, and everyone else is like an animal character, and you just do things like how you would live a day-to-day life, but it's so addicting to how it is. I guess you know what? My wife could probably type out a comment to explain it. She plays it, she understands the dynamics of it better than I do, so she can probably explain it in a more better way. I'm probably massacring how it's explained.
So you probably you build villages, grow things and whatnot.
Well, I mean, like you buy things. Yeah, you expand your house. I think. Yeah, you just do all those kind of things, but it's addicting though. Like a lot of people like it, and it's a very very good atmosphere. So it's not totally serious like The Sims in that sense. It's more of like something that even kids can get into and have fun. Like my kids, my age, like my daughter's age, and stuff like that. Not my age because I'm not a kid, but like yeah, they can
It's,
get into it.
it's just like my girlfriend when it comes to Pokemon. She has three. I had 3 accounts. This is before you could send gifts to each other. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I had the spoofing stuff through that White Rabbit app, and then
Oh yeah.
it got broken. But now she's on 3 different phones playing all of them. Then she'll be in the car, say, "Here, catch all this." It's like, and then she takes it back because she caught all the other ones. So she's literally playing 3 phones all at the same time every day, dude. She's like hardcore. She has one of them up to level 39 already.
Oh wow. That's nuts. I'm not even at level 39 yet. I think I'm at level 38 still. I haven't really played in a while. I play every now and then, but I am playing Community Day. Let's see. Texting Carlos says, I don't know why they haven't come in, so I'm gonna find out if he's busy or whatnot.
Probably Sneed is still at work at the bakery.
Oh yeah, I figured he would be. I was just like, because Carlos was in here too, so I figured if he ain't doing anything, he'd come in. I'm gonna confirm that right now, see if he's busy or not. So I just text him, have him come in and chill with us. Cause like, let's see. What do you think of Fortnite providing second payment options in the game other than Apple native payment system? Apple was getting 30% cut. Yeah, see that's the thing. So I kind of understood why they got banned, especially they got banned on both the App Store and the Play Store. But I mean, you gotta think that the App Store and the Play Store was hosting the app to be downloaded. So yeah, they're hosting it for them. They don't have their own native app store that you can download the app from directly from. I mean, you can get it outside the Play Store and the App Store. So the 30% cut, that's what a lot of them were charging anyways. I mean, what Spotify tried to sue Apple on this, right? Because of how much of a cut Apple was getting from Spotify for people downloading it and subscribing to it. It's just as a thing of like, I'm holding your application, so it's not free. I got to maintain this space for your app to be visible for people to download. Yeah, you got to pay a cut just like everybody else. So, in sense, I'm not against what Apple and Google did, taking it off there. You can't just go and have a bypass way where you collect all the money, and your app's being hosted on their platform. It's just that's not cool. It's like if you had a platform and you held my business on it, and I was paying you 30% of my cut of my stuff because you're hosting my business on there, but then I'm sneaking around your back and having everyone else pay on the side where I'm taking in all the money, you're getting nothing of it. That's how I look at it.
And the crazy thing is, Apple charges that high because in reality they're using Google servers to store all their iCloud. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Think about it. Google is already worldwide, and there was an article that you know that Apple just runs their cloud storage off of Google. That's why they charge you an arm and a leg for everything.
Yeah. Yes. The things that we find out how far Google is. Let's see. But Fortnite also reduced 30% in cost for the users. Mm. I mean, again, there's a lot of good points that can be thrown out. Even if they were to do something like that, still you gotta think it's you gotta pay for it to be hosted on there. So when you are going around, kind of taking money in on the side and not giving out cut on that, that's technically in a way it's still unfair.
Apple should
So
really reduce that 30% to even 15%.
well, both Google and Apple, because Google Play does the same thing. If they host your app, they take 30% out of you. So yeah, I agree that they could lower it down because really Google doesn't really need to be charging 30% anyways. They make their billions off ad alone. So they don't really need to take a 30%. But I think it's the copycat game. Apple does it, Google wants to do it. But I agree. If they're hosting your app, they should reduce what they take as a cut. Because even Apple really doesn't make all their money based off ad downloads from the App Store. That's not where they make their money from. Oh. Yeah, so, well, Carl's not responding. I guess they're not coming in. Anyways, so how has everything else been back home in Hawaii? Kind of jump a little bit
I
off the
don't know.
tip.
I just with as strict as they've been with the lockdown. I know they're going to be opening up. I think today, possibly, if I'm right. But the thing is, there's so many restrictions on what you can do. You can't be. You can go to the beach, but you got to be by yourself. You can't be within a group of people. So it's like, what's the point of going if you're going to be by yourself?
What carriers do I have?
I'll
You
be
made
right
changes.
back.
Okay, yeah. I'll answer this. So yeah, I killed off Google Fi and I went back to Google Fi. So right now I have Fi, AT&T, and Visible. I went back to Fi just on the fact this is what really irked the hell out of me. So I killed off my account that I had with them, which I don't have a problem with Google Fi like killing them off because there's no cancellation fees, none of that stuff, right? So service got better. And what I mean by better is, like would I live stream with my Google Fi line because it's running T-Mobile? Probably not. I don't know if you watched Carlos's live stream yesterday where he was speed testing. He was like speed testing millimeter wave 5G in Vegas, and it was crazy because he was getting download speeds and the downlink and the uplink was inconsistent across like I think 4 different platforms that test. So yeah, go ahead. So they one was giving out a downlink speed of like 500 megabits per second. Ookla was giving like 220. Open Signal was giving like 180, and then it was giving 260 at one point. It was just very inconsistent. So to me, that just tells me like they are making some subtle changes to the T-Mobile network as improvements, but not massive changes. The one thing that we did see was that what was it? The ping was much lower. So it wasn't a very high ping. It wasn't like it wasn't like 30 milliseconds or anything. I think it was like down to like single digit numbers. I wish Carlos would come in because he can explain all that. He remembers mostly of what it was. I was on his live stream with him, but I wasn't on there very long. But so yeah, downloads and stuff like that have been decent with Google Fi. They had made some good upgrades to the city of Phoenix, so I went back with them because that the main thing that I liked Google Fi for was my unorthodox family plan, which I currently have again. So that's why I'm back on Fi. But this time it's a single line. My wife didn't want like another line with another phone number because she hates having to switch between what call she's getting. So she has her main line with Visible where her text and stuff comes through, and then she has a data only SIM from my Google Fi account, but she also has Google Voice on that. if she needs to make emergency phone calls. But other than that, she just uses that phone for music from Apple Music. So that's where it's at. Visible, and then AT&T. Well, the AT&T is a business line from Carlos, so he has it on a higher. It's at a higher prio. But that's what I have.
So you're on the unlimited with a $10 add-on data card.
For what? Fi?
Yeah. Or are you using by the gig?
No, I'm on the unlimited, but getting a data only SIM is not an additional $10. They don't charge.
So it just pulls from there. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
So you pay $70 and you guys share the amount of data.
Yeah.
So what happens when you reach your priority data?
We've never reached it because I'm more on Visible than I have home Wi-Fi. So like she's mostly using the data, and like from her line only, she's only reached like 12 gigs in a month.
Oh, so that's pretty good. So it's
Yeah.
$70 plus tax.
Yeah, I pay about 78. So like close to $80. But shit, I gotta share out my my new Google Fi code so I can get those credits. Forgot. I always put that out on Twitter, and then I end up getting like people that switch over to Google Fi, and I get the $20. So trying to get some credits for the next couple of months just to bring stuff down. I never understood why there is a concept of locked and unlocked phones in the USA. Here you can use any service on any phone. It's because carriers they don't want people like coming to them taking advantage of like a port in special to get a certain phone, and then once they get the phone, they just jump and leave back. So to keep them with them, the phones are locked down to the carrier until you meet a certain requirement. Then they will unlock the phone. But that's why they lock it. Unless I'm missing something there, Lawrence, you can add on if you want to.
No, you hit it on the nose, man. Because it's easy just to go get a free phone from someplace, especially with the prepaids. You know, if they're gonna give you a phone for $50 when it's really worth 200, they want you to stay.
Yeah. My internet provider is Cox Internet, and my plan is that the 300 down, 150 up on the uplink. I'll do a speed test because I'm not actually really pulling that, but and I pay with everything. With the Panorama router, it's 140 plus tax comes up to like 160. That's what I pay per month. But even here, like in my city, they lock the neighborhoods down to specific providers. So like if like CenturyLink had a better plan, I can't switch to them because Cox Internet has this neighborhood exclusive to them. So you have to go with them, and I think that's stupid.
Your other half has a visible line too.
Yeah, that's her main line.
Okay. Yeah, because worst case scenario, she can use Google Voice on either one.
Yeah. But she doesn't really give out the Google Voice number. That's like if her Pixel 4a ran out of battery and it powered off and she had to stick it on the charger and it was like at 1%. Then if I needed to get a hold of her and she wasn't answering, I can call the Google Voice line and then the iPhone will ring.
Yeah, because it'll go to both.
Yeah. So here's the speeds that I'm actually pulling, even while I'm live streaming right now. So we'll see if it works. It's not even doing anything. Oh, there it goes. Ping 16. Yeah, see? I'm supposed to be getting like 3 down. I was on the Gigablast, but I wasn't even gigabit speeds. So it's dipping. Now 179. The uplink is right around there. It's pretty much what I get with Visible. But this is my home internet service provider right now. So that's my speeds.
It would have been nice if Sneed jumped on.
Would be. I'm kind of holding on, waiting for him to come in because I want them to come in, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my internet speeds. Practice the challenge of only firing your weapon to the last 3 players. I promise you after that you can get a circle hit. Okay. I'm gonna go back through this. and through the chat and get all these tips that Red Rum is giving me on PUBG. Count who's left in the identify the remainder. Notice the last in the lives is more than okay. Focus on stealth. From there, you can work on a great aggressive shooter style. Oh, okay. Is anyone else missing their media controls on Android 11? Um, Media controls. Huh. Like, elaborate more. Are you talking about like when you have media playing and then you have the controls up in a notification shade, or be like? Because I'm like scrambling in my head right now. That's why I'm kind of like all over the place. I am a winner at least 10%, and with the third 70%. Cool. Okay, here in India, I pay $15 for 100 megabits download speed with literally no data cap limit per month. 160 is expensive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're including your TV, possible home phone, and all that. You have a bundle, right?
No, no, I don't have home phone or TV. This is just straight out internet only. Because I had
Oh,
the promotional that they gave, what was it, like 4 years ago? And that promotion ended 2 years ago, and I just stayed on it. Like, what's his name? Ray has always given me crap because he's like, dude, threaten to leave, man, and they'll get you on a package that's gonna be much cheaper. And I haven't had time to really go and like,
I trip out on what you guys pay in the mainland, man.
why?
Because my girlfriend has TV with 3 cable boxes, home phone, and fiber 5 by 300 for 160 through Hawaiian Telecom.
Yeah,
It's basic TV now. There's no stars or anything like that. But there's
yeah, I know.
two additional boxes, a landline, and the 500 by 300 fiber
That's actually
for
a good.
one.
That is a good deal. But like, I don't watch TV in my house, and everyone relies on their cell phones for phone calls, so there's no reason for me to have a landline.
No, but
Uh,
what I'm saying is
I know
when
you
you're
got it.
paying just for internet, it's like we're
Yeah,
getting our TV. It's like they're getting a TV free in it because you're paying the exact same price.
yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why I said. That's why Ray gets on my ass about it because he's like, call them, threaten you're gonna leave because they will give you a better package deal like they did when you first started with them. I'm like, yeah, but I just haven't gotten to do it. Maybe it's just I'm like procrastinating it or whatever, but I haven't gotten around to do it. So maybe I will.
See,
But that's what.
that's the great thing about Hawaiian Telecom. Say that you're on a 3-year promotion. As soon as that 3-year promotion ends and there's something better, you can just jump to it and start that whatever that duration is. As soon as that duration is done, you just drop to something better and possible cheaper.
Yeah, it's just me being procrastinating on that. I just haven't gotten around to doing that. So yeah, sucks. Well, I'm gonna make sure that I gave them the right code. Just send it out one more time, just to make sure. Because last time I sent people codes, it was the wrong one, or it was like to someone's YouTube profile, and I was like, golly, I felt stupid for that. Oh, yeah, I really should like try to see what deal I can get because 160 is kind of steep for just internet.
Yeah, what I'm planning now is I already posted on Twitter. When I reach a
Uh-huh.
thousand subscribers, I'm gonna do a mystery box giveaway. Then I'm
Oh,
seeing, yeah, and then once I get monetized, I want I'm gonna be doing every 500 subscribers. I'm gonna be giving out a box. So the first 1,000, and then after I get monetized, then every 500 new subs after that, I'm gonna give away a box.
by the way, people, his boxes that he puts together are good. I mean, the ones that I got, he generally it was specifically made because he knows that I vape and stuff like that. So that's what that was in there. But he's not gonna send everybody vape mods. But like the stuff that he puts in there, it's yeah, you guys will enjoy it. So that's actually a sweet deal for every 500 subscribers. After you hit 1,000, you'll do a box
Well,
giveaway.
when I
You'll
get
hit,
hit the 1,000, then when I get
yeah.
monetized, then after that. So who knows how long is it gonna take for me to my watch time sucks. Yeah,
Oh,
so I'm
just
gonna
gotta
have a
get you out there
long way
more.
to go. Just gotta get my watch time up. I gotta start doing doing things and take Carlos' advice and do things a little different. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
my plan. Once I get
Well,
established,
what was the advice Carlos gave you?
to do more like showing myself, showing the place. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
know
okay.
that once I get out there and then me and my girlfriend, we can just when we're driving around, I can say, okay, I'm in Waimanalo. Here's the McDonald's. I can show the environment and then take that clip and then put the screenshot because for me it's difficult holding a phone and pointing at another phone and pointing at another phone. I'd rather just do the clip, do it by clips, and then just attach it all together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's gonna be kind of tough for you right now to kind of do all that stuff because of like all the restrictions that they have.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, when when it comes to that time, you'll be able to. You can even like live stream from home, because you have a lot of good insight. That's the thing. You have a lot of good insight and a lot of good information to share. And when people are on there and they're watching, they get this information. It's gonna really help. So even at at a point where you can do it from home, that would actually be good too.
Plus,
That's
even
what
if I
you're right.
get what I'm looking at is it's going to be a medium-sized box. Probably when I hit the 1,000, it's going to be one large priority mailbox, and everything after that, every 500, is going to be a medium box. I'm going to throw in the basic snacks, a couple bags of coffee, and just throw in a whole variety of just something that you can only get from Hawaii. I'm not going to put stuff that I know you can get from the mainland. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So that would defeat the purpose. It would be purely something that the only way you could get it is if you came to Hawaii and got it. And then by me being able to share my Hawaii experience with others, you know what I mean?
yeah. That's actually a good thing because trust me, the stuff that he's gonna send is gonna be really good. You guys will like it. Um, I can only imagine. So I guess I'm gonna enter your giveaway. I'm gonna try
Oh
to win
yeah,
that.
don't worry. You gotta watch. I know on the 11th the box should hit Carlos's off hit Carlos. I don't know if he's
Uh-huh.
gonna do it on the 11th or the 12th, depending on what time he gets it. But yeah, I made his pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the 11th going to be a pretty tough day for a lot of people who remember it. I don't know if I'm going to do a special broadcast or if I'm just not going to stream that day. I haven't decided yet. Um, because I
I
don't know
feel
what
it a
I
little
would.
bit on my end. Well, I can tell you where I was September 11th, 2001,
Where he's at.
on my friend's couch in Henderson, Nevada.
Ah,
I That was the first time I ever left Hawaii, dude. Period. The first time I've been on a plane for 5 hours. By the time I got there, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, September
yeah.
11th. So by the time he picked me up, we went to the casino, did some stuff, and I was crashing on his couch. And then I got up, turned on the TV at 11 o'clock Vegas time back then, and then it all happened. And lucky for me, I scheduled my vacation ironically for 11 days. So the people that was on my Omni Air flight, that only booked for 4 to 5 days, was stuck there for 11 days. They were on the same flight as me going back because
Mm,
they're literally stuck there for an extra 6 days. But I tell
yeah.
myself every day that I'm lucky to be alive because it could have been anywhere in the mainland that this particular incident happened.
Yeah, because there were several incidents that day. I remember seeing it too. But I thought it was a movie because like turn on the TV. I was in Makiki. I was staying in Makiki at the time, so not far from Allah's, and turned on the TV and the news was on, but I didn't think it was a news. And I seen what happened with the Twin Towers and everything, and I thought it was a movie until I started getting blown up. My pager started going off, yeah. So I started calling people, and they were like, "Yo, turn on the news." And I'm like, "I am watching the news," and they're like, "It's real." It was a very surreal thing because I didn't think that would ever happen. So I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna broadcast on that day. You guys let me know because I don't. Some people may not want to, watch things because it could still be traumatic for them. I know it's years later, but um, I don't know. We'll see what happens if I do a podcast that day or not. Uh, no, more tips for PUBG. Red Rum, I really appreciate all the tips, dude. I really do. I do. So I do
What you
thank
got
you
to
for
do
sharing.
is open up. If you did it earlier, have your phone on there and just take
Yeah.
screenshots of all the times he commented. That way you don't have to go back through 2 hours of video.
Mm. No, actually, what do you call that? I get it. Yeah, I could do that. That probably be faster than what I was gonna do because that's actually, I was actually gonna open up my keep notes and just copy paste comments right now into it. Yeah, I can just do that, or I can just screen record from my Chromebook. Hold on. Okay, just go
Just
through
take
the comments.
screenshots. Take screenshots. That way you can go back to them.
Oh
But
my
no, I
goodness.
paid like $240 round trip,
Yeah,
and that's the first time I decided. So yeah, I'm going to go to the mainland.
that's crazy, dude. Yeah. Because plane rides, I mean, I don't know. Some people are like weirded out by plane rides now. I've been riding on planes a lot. I mean, going from Florida to the Philippines, to Japan, to South Korea, back down to the Philippines, back to Guam, Guam to Hawaii, Hawaii to Guam, Hawaii to Japan. I've been on planes a lot in my life. And
Well,
then,
a plane ride wasn't the problem because when I was a kid, we basically went to Kauai, Big Island, like
yeah,
maybe every 6 months. Every 6 months we'd be flying, and that's from kid time going go Big Island for the hell of it, go Kauai. So like every 6 months or a year, we'd be taking at least one trip going to the outer islands as a family back then.
yeah,
Right now, what I want to do is when I get to that point where I reach like 5,000 subscribers, I'm monetized well enough, and hopefully all of this is behind us. I want to go to Maui. I want to go to Maui. I want to take all my phones out to Hana and then film the road to Hana and do speed tests in Hana, do speed tests on the Big Island,
yeah,
Hilo side, Kona side, go through all Parker Ranch, go through all those areas. And the great thing about the Big Island, you can be in three different like areas where you're in desert, snowy area, super hot, super cold. There's like three different climates just on the Big Island alone. So I really want to. But my first trip, dude, is I want to go to Molokai and go fishing.
that sounds good. I want to do that. That's actually gonna be good though when you go to like the different islands and you start speed testing there too. Gives everybody. I mean, that's the thing because Hawaii is a destination place, so it gives people an idea of what to expect from the carriers here in the mainland.
Well,
Riding.
especially
Yeah.
Maui too, because Maui and Oahu get the bulk of the tourists. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't they do the when Qualcomm had
the
that event there?
they
They
did
did
the
the five.
sum they did the summit over there.
Yeah, and then they had like the 5G test, and they went out to the beach because they had one of the notes put up on there of the hotel, and they
And
were testing out
T-Mobile
5G.
does their winter circles every time when it's in Hawaii, it's on Maui.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, babe, you have to give him a break at the cafe? I thought what's his name was gonna do it. My wife is a workhorse. Anyone that wants to know, my wife is a workhorse. She will take split shifts to cover when they don't have enough employees at her store. She will go and do other people's jobs. Like right, I guess right now she's at the cafe giving them breaks over there because they don't have no one to give them a break because they just furloughed a bunch of the employees at the ASU campus. So now she's picking.
Is she an hourly worker?
Yeah, she's hourly.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, even though she's a supervisor of her store, she's hourly. They didn't make her salary, so yeah, that's good. She does get her overtime. But yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like I don't even know why they have her store open. They was it the other day when I was live streaming. She only had I think like what, like 20 something customers. They only made like 200 and something dollars. So they didn't even make enough for the hourly rate that they pay all of them. So they furloughed two of her people. So she still has herself, her assistant supervisor, or assistant manager, and then two other employees. One that works the night shift, one that works the weekend because they have a person that works 12-hour shift on the weekend because they're open from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. That person works both days, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, man. And then just it sucks. I really feel bad for her because she comes home, she's tired as hell, and but yeah, she's a workhorse. I mean, if any company wanted someone that works their ass off, she does, and like she busted her ass from being like an entry employee to a supervisor. And I'm gonna ask her real quick, babe, is it okay if I share a little bit about you? I don't want to put it out there. She gets mad,
Just don't go into kind of detail will make her feel uncomfortable. You gotta hit the highlights only.
I'm a text her just to get the go no go because there's something to me. There's something amazing about her that I want to share with everybody. So, but I don't I want her permission first before I do it. So let me hit her up on her Pixel. Babe, I text you from the AT&T phone specifically what I'm going to share. So it's a 702 number. Oh, she said, go ahead. Okay. So this is why my wife amazes me. So she and at two different places, she grew to management position. Just by working her ass off. And I'll say this right now, she doesn't have a high school diploma. So she has no high school diploma. She has no college, no, not even 1 year in college for business or anything like that. And she's grown from the bottom to a management position just based on her hard work. I mean, the job that she's at right now. So they had a store supervisor when she started there. That store supervisor, was being like, power trip, like I'm the supervisor, I don't gotta do nothing. And that person got in trouble with the law. So in the summertime, most of the employees for Airmark are disbanded off for the summer because summer vacation for college students, there's really nobody there, so they don't need all the staff. So they're off for the season, they're on unemployment. And the supervisor got in trouble with the law. She was jailed. They had nobody to run the store. So one of the upper management asked my wife if she would learn how to do the things that a supervisor would do, ordering product, how to, manage the company budget on ordering things and also labor hours and all that stuff. So she was doing the scheduling, managing the scheduling based upon the labor hours that they gave, and then doing the ordering for all the products and making sure that her food cost budget was right where it needed to be and not over. Doing all that the whole entire summer, that by the time they came back, the staff started coming back, the upper management announced to everybody that she had been promoted to running the C store, because that's what they call her little shop that she has. It's like a little mini market. They call it the C store. So she got promoted to being the supervisor of that. And since then, obviously they love the fact of how she works because, like when some employees don't come back because it's seasonal work, so they end up getting another job. Her store is always short staffed, and there's nobody to work the night. So she'll go to work from 7 in the morning till about 1 in the afternoon, get off, come home, eat, rest, and then go back to work at 6 p.m. at night all the way till 1 a.m. in the morning. And she was doing that for like 3 months straight. So she's a workhorse. That's why I call her that. She is the person that is dependable. Now, so I told her job ain't gonna get rid of her. No way would they want to lose her to another college campus, GCU, One of her friends that used to work with her at ASU went to that place and said that they treat their employees better. They're trying to steal her away. I told her, you make the company fight for you because you are a great asset to them. They know they can depend on you, and that's the type of people they need. So yeah, that's why I give her a lot of recognition for somebody who doesn't have a high school diploma. Achieve so much based on how hard they work. So yeah, that's her story for work. Crazy, yeah.
Well, you gotta admit too, she also looks back, like I told Sneed, on his success. You know what I mean? What makes him successful is Sneed is very humble. Even you might consider yourself a small YouTuber, but in the tech space, for what you're doing, it's pretty big. You know what I mean? You have to look at it. But when you look at other people, yeah, the number may be small, but when you look at you're specifically doing tech to maintain 10,000 subs or 11,000 subs, whatever I would consider that a big one for what it is. You know, because you're maintaining that. You can't look at the number 10,000 as being small. Yeah, you're not no Mr. Beast because look what he does, and look what people are attracted to him, and that's huge. You know what I mean? That's humongous. So you can't call yourself a small YouTuber in this particular space.
I still consider myself a small YouTuber. Like, I mean, the numbers, yeah, you can see on the numbers in 10,000, 11,000 subscribers. But to me, like, I don't know, just I don't project my channel to be anything major because really, and it's you and everybody else who makes this channel. I don't make this channel. You guys do. The success is based on you guys. You guys being here watching the live stream. Like, there's 23 people in the live stream right now watching. I could have 0 people in here and be talking to myself. You know. Oh, this one's for you.
Hey, what's up? But
um.
no, really, I mean, that's why I appreciate coming on your channel. Even if I get nothing out of it, I get to talk to you because we have that Hawaii connection. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's even more meaningful. I know that it means something to you because I know inside you miss Hawaii, but you're
Yeah.
planted there already. But still, yet it's good to talk about stuff that you're familiar with and kind of miss. You know what I
I
mean?
do. I
So
do. I do miss home. You are right there. I do miss home, and it's great always talking to you on a live or on Instagram on a live stream there or whatever because yeah, I do. It's still like an unfamiliar place for me, you know, because growing up in Hawaii, you have all the the things, the values instilled in you. Coming here and seeing it completely different makes me feel like an outsider, even though, but I mean, it's a different experience, and that's one thing I love. I love experiencing different cultures in different ways. And but yeah, I do miss home a lot. You are right about that. As far as what Baby Yoda says, yeah, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. She's on me about my diabetes. She makes sure that I'm taking my medicines. She's a superwoman. I don't think she really understands how much I love her. Like I love her very much. I would snap if anything happened to my wife if I lost her. I hope
you know,
she. I hope she.
I watched your stream about the incident in Waianae. It's
Uh,
like when people say that, like you said, it was violent or whatever. They don't realize what violent. That's not violent. Those are passion. No, but they gotta think about it. Yeah,
yeah,
they
go
were
ahead.
loud. There are this, but that loudness that comes out of us is passion. That's that
Yeah,
passion and that heartfelt honesty, and what makes it so that makes it us so vocal. You know what I mean? It's just like
yeah,
what happened with Technoid. You know what I mean? I can,
yeah.
you know what I mean? The dude is. Everybody keeps on calling him a kid. I don't look at Technoid as a kid. I look, like I told Carlos, I look at Technoid as a man. He has a
Yeah.
lot to offer, but yet sometimes he goes off the rails. And when what he's, I wasn't taking Viper's side or anybody's side, but it's YouTube. And I guarantee
Mm.
you there are Viper fanboys in that live stream. I guarantee you. You know what I mean? And it could be anybody. It's just that you gotta watch what you say, because that one person you say something about could have been a collab. Could have been somebody that says, "Hey, I like what you have to offer. Let's go do something together." You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's why, yeah, I'm gonna tell you straight out. That's why I called Viper a unique person, because even sometimes watching his stream, yeah, I get a little irritated, but I always tell myself that's Viper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everyone
It's
has their own niche on how to do
Yeah,
things.
so you know, that's why I called him a unique person. And I guess from what I apologize. He just triggered my anxiety for a moment. You know what I mean? He lit the
No
fuse
worries.
that set my anxiety off. So I don't look at Technoid as a kid. He's 20 years old. He makes
Yeah.
great decisions. He's multitasking. He's helping his family. He's doing all these things and being a responsible adult.
Yeah.
So I look at
Yeah.
him as a man. You got to stop calling him a kid, because he's not a kid. Sneed has a kid. Sneed has an 8-year-old daughter. That's a kid. You have kids. They're
Yeah.
under they're under 16. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I know what you
Once
mean.
once you reach that point,
Are you gonna be done?
Here in a little bit.
Okay.
Why?
Because I was wondering if I can use something for you know that thing you let me use for my school to talk to my teacher? Was that thing you always give me?
The tripod?
It's like, yeah, that thing.
You need the tripod?
Yeah, because I want to do a video
Here.
with it.
Just don't break it.
Okay.
Yeah,
because you got to
she's
think
like,
about it.
yeah.
He's a real responsible person, but sometimes he just goes off the rails. That's what just throws it off, and that's
Yeah.
why you really gotta watch in the YouTube space. You gotta watch what you say, because everywhere there's eyes. Everybody,
Oh
the
yeah.
walls have eyes, and it's gonna come back to haunt him in some way or another. And even though he didn't possibly mean it, it still could look negative on top of him, and no one wants that. No one wants
Yeah,
that for
because
anybody.
Painfully Honest Tech, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so interesting enough, I had a conversation with him because he had a meltdown. I don't know if you remember seeing his meltdown about when Google gave out the Pixel 4 and he didn't get one. Did you see
I
that
don't
live
know.
stream?
No, I watched him off and on, and he's too clickbaity. Too much clickbait.
Yeah. So what happened with that stream was, and I watched it. So he had Zach Talks Tech. He had Viper on there, and it was himself, and he was just going bananas because, other people were getting the Pixel 4, and there was a Pixel 4 and a Pixel 3a. No, it was a Pixel 4. People were getting Pixel 4s, and the wave of Team Pixel that was brought in, we had people that were brought into Team Pixel that had 4,000 subscribers, had 1,000 subscribers. Like Google went all across the board, because even like was it one of my friends, CV Tech, he ended up being brought into Team Pixel, and he got the Pixel 4. So Jason, he just went on this meltdown rant because he had more subscribers than them. He's like, why are they getting it and I'm not getting it? They're smaller than me. They shouldn't be getting it. Like, he just had this really bad meltdown, and that's exactly what you're talking about. You have to be careful what you say, because I made a response video to him about how he's making other people feel. Like, everyone that's building a YouTube channel, whether they're all talking about tech, and it's, tech is a very wide space now. There's a lot of tech channels, but you have people that's fighting to get to that 1,000 subscribers, trying to get to that 4,000 hours of watch time. And for him to downplay them on what they do, because we see how your channel is, we see how Technoid's channel is. You guys bring something to the table in your own way, but to kind of dismiss that and say because they're not at his level of subscriptions that they shouldn't be given offers, that was like a low blow. So he saw my video, he actually saw it, and he commented to it, and then he also hit me on a DM on Twitter. And I was shocked that he saw it, because I figured since the way that his mentality came off towards me, it was like anyone that was like underneath him in subscriptions, he wasn't ever going to give them the time of day. And then that's why I was shocked that I got it. And I told him how I felt, how his video made me feel. And he told me that, he has anxiety. He has a lot of issues that he's dealing with. And he said those things. He knows he can't take them back. but honestly, he never, he never really felt like that's what he meant. And like he knows that words hurt, that words do make people feel a certain way, and he understands that people are not going to look at him in the same light. He apologized to me for making me feel that way, and I showed my wife the tweet because I was like, "Holy crap!" Like, he actually saw my video. So I mean, yeah, you have to be careful what you say in the YouTube space because it could make or break you. Like that is a definite true fact for anyone that's starting a channel. You have to be careful because you do want collaborations. Like I collab with Lawrence because I want him to get exposure time. When he does a live stream, like if he does something like this in the future and he invites me, I'm gonna join him on it. The same as I try to join Carlos when I can. Same. I don't have to, do that with Sneed. Sneed's passed me in subscriber count already. Yes. So he's growing. But getting Technoid, getting you, getting Carlos, Gene, G Tech, trying to get you guys some time. Like Gene G Tech, if you want to come in, you don't ever have to wait for me to invite you. Just say you want to come in. I'll send you, a link. You can join us to talk. You never have to like wait for me to invite. My thing is open. My when I do these things, like I always get to the stuff I want to talk about at the beginning, and then it's open at the end of the live stream to talk about whatever. So if you want
what's funny?
What's up?
Because I follow Mint Mobile on Twitter because of Ryan Reynolds. And when I sent you guys that tweet of the new plan, guess what? I did not even add Mint Mobile to the tweet. The first person who liked it was Mint Mobile, and I didn't even attach them to it. You know what I mean? That was the hilarious part because since I'm following Mint Mobile, I just tweeted out. I did not attach them at Mint Mobile, and they were the first one to like it.
I appreciate that, Baby Yoda. He's throwing you guys' links in there.
Always, no, Baby Yoda always does, and I greatly appreciate it.
Yep. Gene G Tech, your the end of your user handle is Cena44. Do you watch wrestling, Gene? Time to come here. LOL. I had 5 customers. Awesome. She got 5 customers. You're still at the cafe, babe? Yeah.
Every time I try to do a video, this will fall like this.
Because you have the back of it loose.
Oh.
See, you're unscrewing it.
Oh,
it has to be like that, and then what you do is this button, this lever right here, you pull it down so you loosen it, and when you got it to where you want it, then you tighten it back so it holds it in place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, she did. I got you. Sweet. Oh yeah, she's at the cafe. Yeah, my daughter did. She did gameplay on Roblox with her sister. I had to like cut because the things they say in their videos. Yeah, they're just kids. So a good chunk of their video recorded. They used StreamYard to I'd record a video of them playing Roblox, and then it was like a good half an hour video, and I cut it up and put it up on their channel. So their video's up now. So yeah, she's vlogging. She really wants to do YouTube, so that's like the crazy thing about it. She wants to do YouTube, so she's vlogging most of her stuff. Lawrence will be back here in a few seconds, I guess. Ryan Reynolds just tweeted, no, seriously, Unlimited is actually here, and it's not at all British. What? You guys go to Twitter. You guys can see Ryan Reynolds' post, man. It's crazy. Oh, he came back. Guess he had to switch phones.
No, I swiped to clear the call, and I swiped and closed it by accident. I'm on my iPhone.
Oh, okay.
That's why it'll be until I can get a new computer. It's gonna be difficult because my computer is like I got it in 2016. It's 4 years old, and the battery is shot. Because if I plug in the battery, it won't boot up. But if I unplug the battery and I plug it straight to the power source, it'll boot up.
Yeah. It's okay. Come here. Yeah, you don't have to be scared. I'm in the house. You know I'm here, okay? Nothing to be scared of. I'm right here with you, okay?
Yeah, it's just a Sonic game. It's just a Sonic game.
I understand. I understand. Just don't make him cry. Don't make him cry.
It's like wait, hold on.
Understand if he says he's scared, it means stop.
Okay.
You understand?
It's just I tell him it's just a Sonic game, but with EXE.
Understand, but he just said he's scared of it. So understand if he's scared, it means stop. Okay. They're playing a game. They're vlogging and playing a game. That's going to be interesting. So, but yeah, when it comes to YouTube, you do have to be careful of what you say always. So hopefully, those that are inspiring to be a YouTuber or those that are just starting out, please take that advice very seriously, because it'll break you. I mean,
because look how many subscribers he lost one time. Didn't he lose like 10,000 subscribers one time?
who painfully honest tech?
Yeah, he lost about
Yeah.
10,000 in one day.
Yeah. A lot of them fell off because a lot of them were hurt. Like, one thing I noticed about content creators is that when they come into the YouTube space and they're making their videos, like, yeah, they're probably finding subscribers based on the algorithm moving their videos around to people it thinks that would benefit from it. And so a lot of the ways that growth happens is from collaborations. And so they follow guys like Painfully Honest Tech or Viper, any of them, because they're hoping to get in the crowd by them being seen in the chat so many times that eventually when they say like, hey, I would love to join you on your podcast one day, they would get the invite to come in. That would give them exposure. More people will see them. More people will know they have a channel. So yeah, when he kind of like downed all the smaller YouTubers because he was frustrated that Team Pixel had kicked him out. Yeah, he lost 10,000 in one day really fast. And like, you got to understand how Team Pixel is. You get invited in, you get sent the phone, you review it how you want to review it. But it's never a guarantee you'll be part of Team Pixel next year. They won't email you and say, okay, hey, you know what? Like, we didn't like your coverage on the Pixel 5, so you won't be getting the Pixel 6. They don't tell you. You just find out you're not part of Team Pixel when everybody else gets their review unit and you don't. So kind of messed up.
Let's see if I can make it to the mailbox without getting disconnected.
The challenge. Who are you using right now for your service provider?
Oh, I'm using the AT&T line.
Let me see. Okay. Have fun.
No, because the order from eSiggity came in the mail.
Ah.
Yeah, huge order.
The hell? What'd you get? More mod?
No, juice. I ordered $110 worth of juice, and my girlfriend ordered coils, batteries, and juice, and dropped $200. So collectively, we dropped $300.
That is quite a bit. I don't spend that much. I think I spent
percent off.
I spent like $40 a month, dude. I buy like two of the 120 mils. That lasts me like
no. But
weeks.
The thing is, we buy when the 20% comes in, we buy enough to last us 6 months.
Yeah.
Because they don't have 20% off sales that very often.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. You always wait for the deals, just like with the greenies. You wait for the deal, then you buy the bulk package because it's worth it, and you'll get a good amount of supply.
When there's five, when they're $65 a box, it's hard to. I only can buy one if she runs out. So I'm halfway there.
Halfway there.
Halfway there, because I live in all the apartments are 3 stories and they're surrounded, and it's a high residential area. So the nearest towers are all far away. So that's why it's difficult. And unfortunately, T-Mobile is the best, but AT&T is better. Even with a weak signal, I can hold onto a stream.
So far, so good.
Yep.
We'll give you a little bit of that magic dust.
I'm hoping I can make it in time. And I can show you everything that we got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hold the stream open. You can show it. I don't know if anybody else in the chat vapes. If you do, let me know. And if you want me to talk about vape stuff, I'd be more than happy to. You guys just gotta let me know. And if I talk about vape, I'm gonna bring Lawrence on to talk because he vapes too. So
For
You
the
get a lot of
past 7, I started in 2009, 2010, 2009. I stopped for a year. So I basically vaped for 9 years. I haven't. In the past 7 years, I have not smoked a cigarette due to it.
yeah. Coffee says you're halfway there, living on a prayer. Back with some coffee. Coffee is good, man. Coffee. Have you ever had coffee from Hawaii? Because if you have not, you want to subscribe to Lawrence because when he does a giveaway, you'll be able to try some. He will send a box. But I don't know. Is your giveaway international?
If it's international, they're gonna have to, if they really want it, they're gonna have to pay for the shipping.
Okay.
Because think about it, a medium box is $15, a large box is 21. Priority
Yeah.
mail or any kind of mail international, you're looking at $60 just to get it there. You know what I
Ah,
mean?
see. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Makes
so
sense. Yeah.
it depends. It depends on the rates and if they're willing to pay the shipping.
He goes,
Like
no.
I can swing 15, but it's going to be hard to do like 50, 60, $80, you know?
Yeah. I
It
know what you mean.
depends on it depends on my AdSense. Who knows? You know?
There's a lot of factors that go into it, but it'll get more info when you cross that bridge.
Yeah. In another 2 years, possibly.
Most likely, our customers will take it home. Oh, they'll steal it. They'll open up that box and grab that coffee and just straight up jack it. Put a tracker on that thing. Pray for I can't stop smoking cigarettes. Oscar, it's in here. Like this mentally helped me get off cigarettes because I was more of the type of smoker who was social and more visible. So like I liked seeing myself exhale cigarette smoke, and I would smoke more. Like if me and Lawrence was right now talking just like this right now, and I smoke cigarettes, I'd be lighting up cigarette after cigarette, like real quick. My wife can vouch that. So yeah, it was hard when I started vaping because I really wanted to go and pick up a cigarette, but I didn't. Mind you, I was rolling cigarettes here because it was cheaper and I could roll like more than a carton worth of cigarettes. I still had tobacco in my house and I didn't touch it. As hard as it was, I really looked at the vape like this was giving me my nicotine.
All right, I'm back.
After about a month or so, Oscar, it got easier to just stay on vaping. And I never touched a cigarette. And it's been 6 years, 7 years now. I haven't touched a cigarette. You can do it, Oscar. It's all in your head. Just like when you get frustrated, grab the vape. The same sensation you get from a cigarette when you're stressed out and you light up a cigarette to relax. Feel that with the vape.
Yo, give me a
Don't
moment
look,
real fast, okay? I'll be right back.
yeah. No, no worries. Don't look at it. Don't feel like you're doing something different from a cigarette. Like just think about it like it is a cigarette. And the vape is gonna help because you are inhaling and exhaling vapor clouds, which looks like cigarette smoke. You know, heck, if you really like the taste of tobacco itself, there's e-juice that tastes like it. Vape that, then that'll give your mind thinking that it is. Let's see. We had not long ago a problem with that Chinese eBay similar thing. Don't know what it's called. They had free shipping for Serbia, and it turns out half of their stuff they sent to people never got it. Whoa. That is crazy. Don't mind my kids. They're recording a vlog video for their YouTube channel. Um, yeah. So like if you guys got kids, they like watching like online video games or whatever. My daughter plays Roblox. They have short little videos, so it's not very long. They have to learn the dynamics of YouTube, which teaching them, so that way they'll actually do a live stream of them game playing. The kids will be kids, but yeah. So Oscar, just don't look at it like that. I stopped smoking like 3 or 4 years ago. And coffee, you had a different technique, right? Did you do cold turkey? What's up, buddy? Okay. Enjoy your meatball on a fork. My son, we had spaghetti meatballs last night, so they're eating the meatballs, and he stuck a fork in there to get it, and he's like eating it like a lollipop. But yeah, it's really not hard. It's really not hard, Oscar. You have to. It's yourself. You're your own biggest enemy. You just gotta beat yourself. However you can, you could do it, and I know you can. Because I started smoking. Honestly, I started smoking at 11 years old. 11 years old, I picked up my first cigarette. My oldest sister started smoking too. Yeah, so like her, my mom, they smoked. Although my mom did not condone us smoking, I was always stealing cigarettes from my mom's pack when my mom took a nap, and I was giving it to my sister. And then one day, I just decided to steal like 3 cigarettes for me. Started smoking. I've been smoking since 11, and I quit at 31.
There's the
Oh,
order.
nice.
Look at, she put a second. I put. They're so good over there. I put my order individual. She put her individual order. They consolidated it into one box. But I
Oh,
forgot. She goes,
nice.
oh, I forgot to order coils. So hold on.
Okay. I think today I like go to one place that sells Monopool. I damn want to get Monopool because I'm craving it. Babe, if you're still watching, can we go get Monopool and spam it to be? I'm craving it. Spam musubi is awesome. If you guys never had it, try it. I know it's a little
So
unorthodox.
she got
Ooh.
three 5 packs of baby beast coils because she has 2 of those tanks.
I see.
And then she got the 100 mil Pog, Hawaiian Pog.
Nice.
And then the King Candy watermelon bubblegum, watermelon strawberry bubblegum.
Oh, nice.
And let's open it from the other side.
Live unboxing of
You know
vape
what?
products.
This is what I recommend you getting. You know when you have to change your coil, but your tank
Yeah.
is full? Right here. Order a blunt nose syringe. You can suck out your e-liquid from the tank,
Yep.
make it fully empty, and then put the liquid back in without wasting 3 mils of liquid.
I got one of those in my box over here.
Oh. God.
Tearing away at that box.
Yeah, and then they put them in individual bags.
Individual, so a box with individual bags in it. That's cool. Keeps it protected, yeah. So like the things inside there don't get all smashed around because the box is the outside protection.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah,
There's a tail.
they're in the room.
She's like missing. We don't even know where she went.
Hey, everyone can hear you burp, boy.
So we're like searching everywhere for her, but we checked all the hiding spots that she could be in, and we have seen none.
Did she go in my room?
No, she didn't. I checked there, and she wasn't.
Maybe hiding in my room. Don't try talking over stuff. Check the closet, the bottom pantry closet in the hallway. She can fit in there. That girl's tiny like Spider-Man.
I know, but we checked there, but she's not in there. She's not even in our bedroom.
I told you. She can fit in places that you can't see. Oh, man.
All right there.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
24 bottles of e-liquid, 3 packs of coils. Wait. 25 bottles of e-liquid and 4 new batteries.
Oh, nice.
So this should last us 4 months, 4 to
Nice.
5 months, maybe 6 on a good extra month.
That's some cool stuff. If you have any questions about vaping, Oscar, you can ask them, man.
If they say anything, just let
Cigs
me
are
know
one.
because if they say anything, let me know. I'm putting everything back in a box and I can't see the chat right now.
Well, I mean, we got this statement. If cigarettes are 100% bad, how bad is vaping? Far less than cigarettes.
According to the UK study that they did for the past 10 years, it is anywhere from 95 to 98% less harmful. So just say it's a solid 95% less harmful due to the lack of chemicals.
Right. Well, people don't get that because like there's all these. Have you seen those ads where like there's a new one now where they're like when you're vaping, you could be inhaling like pieces of metal in. Like they do all these things to scare people off vaping. And it bugs the hell out of me because you only have four ingredients in e-juice. You have the flavor, you have the amount of nicotine, and then the mixture of propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. Depending on the ratio mixture of each of those juices is how thick the cloud will be when you vape or how much flavor you'll taste for the delivery. Cigarettes is cut with all kinds of things, including a form that they use that's used in rat poison. They use it to dry out the tobacco quicker.
Not to mention fiberglass in the filter.
Yes. So you have all those things in cigarettes. And on the flip side of vaping, you have four ingredients in the juice. The coils with the coils wrapped inside, whether it's mesh, whether it's a single line kanthal or single line titanium or nickel, those are not going to break off into like tiny little pieces and go into your lungs unless you use the same coil for close to 6 months, which
Nah.
no one would.
Depending on how you vape, there's a think about it. Okay, when you're smoking a regular cigarette, you're taking all that fiberglass into your lungs. You
Yeah.
know, especially menthol. Menthol cigarettes has all that fiberglass.
Yeah.
When you're using a dripper and you don't properly maintain your clapton coils, yeah, you're gonna have all that debris from the film and the juice and the cotton breakdown. So that there's the potential, but
Yeah.
this is equally as bad as what is worse? Fiberglass is worse, and you're gonna maintain it. Where they're making it, and I saw one of the studies. They had a C4 atomizer vaping
Yeah.
it at beyond the recommended wattage, and that's what created the formaldehyde, because no one vapes a 1.6 ohm at 30, 40 watts. Those are for the people who's vaping like 3 watts, 4 watts on those that C4s. So their
Yeah.
experiment is just drastically overstated and not right for what the temperature setting was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And speaking from somebody who had, I had always had chronic bronchitis when I smoked cigarettes. Now I do not have that. Now the last time I got my
Yeah.
lungs X-rayed, they're clear.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like there's all these different studies that go out, but here's the main thing. Here's the reason why that all these ads are really placing like vaping as to be dangerous, right? I put a video on my Instagram that I got from another source. The video basically explained the breakdown of like why cigarettes are being sold in the United States when it's known to kill people, and that's because the tobacco companies have a master settlement agreement with the federal government. They pay the government so much money per year because their product is known to kill. You can get lung cancer, you can
Yeah,
get
they're
emphysema.
grandfathered in.
Yeah. So all these states started spending because they relied on the settlement money. They think, okay, we're gonna get the settlement money anyway, so let's start, fixing roads, and we're gonna spend millions of dollars to redo this highway and blah blah blah. Money that the states didn't have, they spent because they were relying on this money from the MSA to come in. Now, Now that that's dwindled because more people are switching to vaping because it's 95% less dangerous than tobacco cigarettes. The tobacco companies have lost their normal annual bring in from tobacco products. So you have to get rid of your competition to have your customers go back because the main ingredient that's addictive is nicotine. Yes.
I'm gonna be doing a vlog, so you might be seeing it in the video.
Well, I'm the one that edits it, so I can always edit myself out.
I'm doing a vlog in my night routine. Wait,
Okay.
I'm gonna take that. So,
What?
wait, is Classic Sonic and Sonic are different?
They're the same person.
But it's different. Sonic is
They're the same
older.
person.
It's classic Sonic. Sonic is Sonic older. It's classic Sonic.
Yeah.
The Sonic.
Go.
He's
Come on,
classic
guys.
Sonic, but way older. But can you play Carnival Live?
Go.
Can you play Carnival Live?
Yes, you can. Go.
Guys, you can play Carnival Live.
They're like taking Roblox games and making it real life for them, and they're blogging about it.
And you're talking about money, right? Okay. Look
Yeah.
at this $300 order. Okay. Hypothetically, just say it lasts 5 months only. You're thinking $300 for 5 months. But when you break it down between two people, 300 divided by 5 is $60 a month. Divide that by 2, it comes up to $30 a month for each of us for that duration. 3 packs of cigarettes cost $30.
Yeah.
So what would somebody would smoke when I was at my heaviest in less than 2 days is pretty much lasting me the whole month. So if I was to compare my usage from cigarettes, so you take that 300 divided by 5 months is $60 total. Then you divide it by 2, it becomes $30 a month. I used to smoke two
Right.
packs a day before. So even if you bought them individually, that's $600 in a month compared to $30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you look
Yeah.
at
So that
that and the taxes and all the other stuff, that's why where vaping is a threat. That's why they're doing what they need to do to make it the role reversal because we are a threat to their bottom line.
exactly. That's why you have, like, for instance, for those people that watch the ads and all these explanations where they're like, oh, besides chemicals and stuff like that, vaping is dangerous because they're gonna explode. The people gotta understand that those majority of the exploding mods is due to two things: not taking care of your battery and mech mods. Mechanical mods have nothing regulating the power flow from the 18650 batteries to the connection of the dripper. So if you're building your coils to the lowest resistance of ohms, and then you're putting, you're having it touch the battery every time you push that bottom button to fire off the coil. Yeah, you got a great chance of those batteries basically swelling and exploding because there's nothing regulated. There's nothing that says, hey, this is too much, and it cuts off power directly to the tank. These things have chips that regulate. If the coil's faulty, if anything's wrong, it will cut off sending power to the tank. And then, of course, how you take care of your batteries. If like the wrap on the battery is damaged, if it's exposing the top more, where you can basically like short it out. If you're not changing your batteries and buying new ones, of course the thing is gonna cause damage. So a lot of these things is based on users user error on why these things are happening. It's not based on faulty equipment. People gotta understand that. They put these videos of exploding mods to scare you guys like really, really, really bad. So you steer away from it, or you don't attempt to jump to vaping, and you stay smoking cigarettes. When you're killing yourself while smoking cigarettes, no matter what. Hang on one second.
And getting to what he was saying, a lot of the user error here that he was talking about is a lot of people their battery wraps wasn't good, so it made metal to metal contact, or they're using a mechanical mod where they didn't know Ohm's law.
Yeah.
They're guaranteed their battery wraps were shorting it out, or they just left it in their pocket and it was constantly pushing the button where it constantly overheated to the point where the battery had to vent.
Yo, I didn't see that for a second. Serrano, what's up, man? Hey, dude, if you want a link to join in with us, man, let me know. I'll DM you a link. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the thing about vaping, and that's really what I want to get out there for people to kind of understand. Is like you can do your research. There's so many studies. There's studies that talk about specific e-liquid giving you
Can I
popcorn lung.
can I interject real fast to Coffee's
Go ahead.
remark?
Go ahead.
Yeah, but
We lost you there for a second, Lawrence.
I was just like him, dude. Actual flavors. You know,
Yeah, you cut out, bro. Dude, I don't know what's going on. If it's my end or your end. Oscar, how long have you had those
so that
batteries?
was. Can you share the picture?
I don't see anything on my end. Try again, because you cut out for a little while. For a while, you're like really quiet.
Me?
Yeah.
No, but going to Oscar, where he said, "Hey, bro, I'm going to
Oh,
send you a picture of my vape battery and vape mod."
yeah, because
Oscar.
he has two 18650 batteries. Hang on. Trying to go on the messenger here. And when he puts it in his mod, it shows battery low. But I'm asking him how long has he had those batteries because it may be time for a new set.
You gotta go down. I
But like
guarantee
you said,
you, he had that for over a year.
I said the battery's low.
Mm.
Yeah,
Six months.
you have to get new batteries. He's had it for 6 months.
And that's the only two he uses. He doesn't rotate them.
We'll wait for his answer. Yeah, you do have to have more than one set of 18650s. If your battery takes two, you're gonna have to have more than one set. You're gonna have to rotate them. It's probably time to head to your local vape shop if they're open and buy a set of 18650s. I don't know what's the milliamps on each one of them, because like the two that I have in this mod, they're 3500 milliamps a piece. Um,
Yeah, but it's probably if you're 3500, you're probably pushing 15 amps only.
yeah, but it's always a good rule of thumb to always have more than one set and when a length of time you're gonna have to get new ones anyways. You have to replace them out. The batteries don't
Oscar
last
has
forever.
not answered the question.
Yeah, we're waiting. But yeah, we'll see.
Between the
What mod
me
are
and my
you
girlfriend, how many batteries do you have?
I have a total of, so I have two in here. I have two on the charger, and I have two more in the box. So I have three sets,
Oh my
six
god,
total.
that's it. That's it.
That's it.
You don't want to know how many batteries we have, dude.
Storm causing me issues. Oh man.
Dude, between the both me and my girlfriend, we have over 30 batteries and four chargers.
So
Actually,
I don't
no,
ever want to hear you say that your battery ran out on your mod. You got enough.
nah. I got three 21 700s, and the rest is all 18650s. Mostly Samsung batteries.
Yeah.
Like we mostly buy this ones right here. The 2500 18650 2500 milliamp that has a 20 amp draw, 20 amp continuous.
Yeah.
So it's good for like if you had these two of these, you'd have 5,000 milliamps in the two batteries, and you'd be pulling 20 amps continuous. Because when you're vaping over 70 watts, you want at least 20 amps.
Right.
Because I know you kill your batteries real fast. Even at that 3500s, it's drawing only 15 amps. You're pushing the wattage
You
higher
okay?
Pause.
to
Yeah,
get the
you're
hit.
okay.
Can you pause the players?
You got to play the way that the game's playing, Rain. Don't play with my lock.
But anything with my mom is a no. Oh, but you're not doing it. I'm doing it.
You got to play by the rules, Rain.
So what watts are you vaping at with that particular tank?
60.
How much?
60.
60. Okay, so the
Yeah.
batteries probably last you 3 hours then.
Nah, dude. I took this off the batteries off the charger at 8. I want to say about 8 o'clock. This will last me till about 6 in the evening.
With continuous vaping?
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good then.
Yeah. So I like these. Wow.
No, every 6 months we'll buy, and then when I bought that one time from a Chinese distributor,
Yeah.
bought 30 batteries at 350 a piece.
So
Yeah,
that's the
yours is
battery.
20 amps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's mislabeled. It's probably if anything, when you press the button, it will show where it says the. Does yours say the voltage and then a little A next to it for amps?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, press the button. Just press it and see how where A is. What is the actual reading?
Hang on.
I guarantee you, it's more like 14 to 15 watts. It's not no. I mean amps. It's not no 20 amps because that high milliamps. The higher the milliamps, the lower the amperage is supposed to be. So it's a mislabeled battery.
Could be.
So if you
Yeah.
hit it, what is it? What is the amperage reading giving out?
No, and he's still being me.
Hang on. This mod is old, so when I put the magazine back in, sometimes it doesn't read. That's why I gotta switch mods here soon.
No, when you just press the button, when you fire it,
No,
it's
but see,
gonna
it's not
show.
powering it back on after I took it out. The connections is weird in here. See, I have it taken out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And and the wire are you gonna make us lunch?
Do you guys have them? You guys have spaghetti.
Oh, I got it.
Is there any more?
No, not it.
Yes, Rain.
I said it annoying. Look,
Don't play with the door. Stop. See if I can get it back in.
As long as your Oscar, as long as your batteries don't get hot to the touch after using them or during mid-cycle drain, they don't get super hot to the touch. Then once your batteries start getting hot, where it's too warm, like very hot to the touch, where it's unbearable to hold, or even just slightly warm, that's when I would get rid of those batteries.
There it goes. Okay, so it shows me the ohms of the coil when I hit the trigger. Shows me the voltage. I don't see the amps.
I can't see it that small.
Yeah.
You gotta see. You gotta say it to me.
Okay. Let me do that.
Because mine's on is 30 amp batteries, so 21 700s. But it's when I hit the button at 78 watts, it reads 23 amps. There should
All
be
right, photo coming your way.
a V and an A symbol if yours one shows amperage.
No, it doesn't show that. You'll see it in the photo. It doesn't show that at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I mean, we've been on here for about like 3 hours now, man. I'm gonna call it at this because I got other things I gotta get done here. It's already 1 in the afternoon. I'll going live tomorrow again if you want to join me and whatnot. Maybe we could talk more about vaping.
Yeah, no worries.
Shoots then. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for coming in, watching the podcast. For those that watch all the way until 3 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, I appreciate it. If you watch the replays, hashtag replay crew. We love having you guys here. I'll have some stuff to talk about tomorrow, but we're going to talk about some vaping too. So get some more information on that. Me and Lawrence are going to host it, so he'll be back tomorrow. Please subscribe to his channel. Link was in the chat. Please subscribe to his channel. It does speed testing, and he'll be doing more videos. Just give us some time. Hawaii's on a lot of stress right now, so videos will be coming soon, guaranteed. But yeah, any last words you want to give to anybody?
No, I appreciate my 88 subscribers that's been staying strong with me, leaving feedback and comments. Don't hesitate to leave a comment saying, hey, what you're looking for, what you would want to see, answer me questions about Hawaii. I'll be more than willing to comment on what you guys post.
Yeah.
I sincerely appreciate you having me. Just to, shoot that,
Yep. Shoot it on Twitter so you get it. I know YouTube's notifications is so crap, so I'll make sure I get them out on Twitter.
Because I got the notification and I'm watching halfway through the video and it's like, okay, when does FedEx come at midnight? It took that a little while to get the FedEx package.
Yeah.
And it said the stream ended 13 minutes ago. And it goes, damn, I just missed his late light stream. And then it goes, no, man, there's something got to be wrong because you're accepting a package from FedEx. And when I got it, it was like, I sent you the picture on Twitter and the time. So you see the time I sent it for the time that it actually posted to YouTube or when I got the notification that it went live.
Yeah, YouTube's notifications crap.
Yours one, anytime you go live, just do a Twitter post and then because that way I'll get your Twitter notification faster than even I have my notification bell on.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start doing that on Twitter. So if all you guys follow me on Twitter. So if you guys want to know when I go live, I'll make sure to send out a notification on Twitter that I'm live, so you guys can come in and watch. Or those that want to join me, I'll send out a link to you guys.
One last thing.
Yeah.
If anyone out there has a party pay, know anybody has a party pay, DM me at Chanel_808_life. Please include the link. Don't just say hey, because I would just think it's a random person. Just automatically just post your visible party link, and I'll try and do my magic to get you guys filled up.
You guys heard it there. You guys are switching over to Visible. Follow him on Twitter. Just give him your party pay link. He will share it to every source that he's on to get your party pay link, your party pay account filled up, so you get the $25 a month.
That's solid. But think about it, dude. 15 times 12 every year. That's $180 saved. That can be going towards a new device in 2 years. This is what before you leave. I'm sorry for taking it longer.
Going.
But for people who's worried, I would say, you know what? When you get your new device, every month, just put $30 aside. Okay? In 2 years, $30 is $720 in 2 years.
That's a massive savings. You can use that. You guys know already. You guys gotta follow along.
Just by simply putting $30 aside and act like it doesn't exist. So when you're ready to upgrade, dude, you have that $720 or it's $700 right there. So it's not that difficult. Because I've changed a whole lot of stuff. Cut down Starbucks, cut down a lot of things, just so I could throw that money aside to build up for the iPhone 12. You know what I mean? I got my trade-in, and I got enough set aside where I know I can make it. I'm gonna keep that phone for another 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably I'll have that phone after the third year. I'll upgrade, then I'll have it until it dies, and every 3 years I just upgrade with Apple. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
every 3 years you put that $30 aside, by the time your next upgrade cycle, you're already ready.
Go gadget cash money. Freaking red rum.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was lucky enough to sell enough Pokemon cards to make $1,000.
oh wait, let me answer this real quick for coffee. So I'm using the this one's the Smock Mag, and the tank I got from Lawrence. It's the Free Max, and it vapes pretty damn good. I bought another coil for it. But anyways, all right, everybody, y'all take it easy, be safe, be good out there. We love you guys very much. As always, aloha.